Hiya. I don't know if you can hear me under the air purifier over there. This post is going to be one of the hardest I think I've ever done, even though we're talking about beast, rapist, racist, the dregs of humanity, demons, etc., etc., as part of the beasting programme. This post sort of led on, and it's carried on for the family that's been affected in Liverpool by the targeting. So mainly it's going to talk about the targeting and what they can do. They, the police, social workers, MPs, housing managers, whoever is involved in this programme, medical professionals, will do to someone to fuck them up and to fuck a family up. Nobody will believe this is going on, that this, what they are doing to that family, what they've done to me, what they've done to thousands of others, could happen. And I know this family wants validation that this is happening to their child, that this is happening to themselves, that this is happening, even though they've been involved in the criminal system. Fuck all that. We're talking about human beings that are being tortured by the police. Okay? And even though, I don't know if you can hear me, folks, it's going off there, it's like a wind tunnel. He did kill that little girl, and I'm never going to sugarcoat that, because it doesn't need to be sugarcoated, and he knows what he's done and is still prepared for the consequence of that, what have happened to him to happen. But this is beyond fucking the targeting program, the beasting program. It's beyond anything, and nobody would believe. I didn't believe. Every now and again the little fuckers shock me. They actually do shock me. The thing with Mel and the boys, that shocked me. And then when I learned that the police officer had fucking touched my grandkids up, do you know that blonde-haired one you see in the van? That one, that creature. Yeah, that's when I changed. So any police officer, anybody's wondering, when did she change? When she didn't like the police and thinking they're all creatures. Not thinking but knowing that they're all creatures and blah, 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 and cool. That was the point. Look back then when I changed, when I switched my attitude towards the police, the MPs, fucking social workers. Look at the point I did it. This, and that was just happening to my family and another family that I'm linked to, and even a third family, even Winston, that I'm linked to. Yes, I think I've got you all in. My family, other people's family, sort of not was linked to, but just linked to, sort of hostage, blah blah. You know that, don't you, man, the boys. And Winston, my grandson, who I'm linked to him through our energetic link, our soul connection. Nobody would believe. Me and Winston have been saying this all along. Winston is what, 16, 15 now. He has shown more fucking guts, more humanity, more empathy, more manhood than any fucking MP, any activist, any child abuse expert, any fucking one that's in the child abuse realm and thinking, I'm here to protect children, blah, blah, blah. You fucking cunt. You know this is happening, right? If anybody doubts me, if anybody wants to come and say to me, well, this organisation and this organisation does this and they're against child abuse, so it's supposed to be fucking social workers. Social workers are aiming and putting paedophilia as a sexual orientation. It's not... Nothing to be scared about. It's us silly humans being too... It's gone down there. I stopped shouting. It's us silly humans being too emotional and being too emotional enough feelings regarding children that they enjoy it. You know, not all paedophiles are alike. Yeah, that's the social workers. The Freemasons are like, oh, well, it's nature, it's part of the course, this is what we do, it's part of humanity. We've got the hidden knowledge. Okay. I've been a little rant. So I'm going to give you a bit why, my background, if you like, after working at Rape Crisis, still working at Rape Crisis at the time. Oh, fucking hell, it's off again. Ignore it. Like a naughty child. I had instances, I can't speak, with males calling Rape Crisis and wanting help for themselves or help for a family member, okay? At the time, Rape Crisis, if a man called up, it's up to the counsellor if you accepted the call or not, okay? Some counsellors like me, I would accept the call and talk through it. another council saying, no, we haven't got the funding, and giving the spiel about, we haven't got the funding, just deal with women, blah, blah, blah. I think it's about 25, it's about 30 years ago, check, okay? So I started this, the single regeneration budget came into the area that I lived in at the time, and it was regarded, this is going to be on to 4 hours, I promise you, pinky promise, came in, about things in your local area that you can apply funding for that would help the community. Because I was involved in rape crisis, I wanted to, and the not experience, but the knowledge I knew that there were males being affected by sexual assaults, rape, etc. I applied for funding, like my manager, can I do this, and domestic violence and sexual health. Okay, so that was the sort of 3 branding of this organisation, this help group that I wanted to set up. So I applied for funding, my manager did, I think, no, I can't fucking remember, and it came through. So, and my arena for Straight Talk, and a Straight Talk was my organisation, I was one that set it up, I was one that set the branding, blah, 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 was to involve everybody that had been affected by rape or sexual abuse or domestic violence or sexual health, sort of, condoms, blah, blah, in some way, okay? No matter their gender, so males as well as women. Now Derby Rape Crisis is open for all. Definitely I know Derby Rape Crisis is, okay? Male and females, I say all. Do you know, I feel like I'm going to get fucking shadow banned. My missing gender, so blah, 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 bi, blah, misgender, transgender, I don't fucking know. Male and females, right? Okay? Because I had heard stories working at Rape Crisis where males had been affected by rape. Okay, having a father ring up and say, my daughter's been raped, and I remember him saying his daughter's been raped, and what should I say to her, what should I do? And you can hear in his voice, he's trying to stay calm and he's trying to stay rational. How could he help his daughter? That's one of the phone calls that sort of brought me on to Straight Talk. Another one, a young guy, a teenager, was being sexually abused and raped by his mother and his aunt. This does happen, okay? This was 30 years ago, okay? This was happening. This is why I set it up, okay? So I was aware of fucking hell. Do you know, get your bottle now, folks. Get your fucking whiskey now. I've been saying okay all through this. 7 minutes in. That's why I set up Straight Up. Plus had male friends that also, after I did this and after I did Straight Talk, and now sort of afterwards, that have been affected by rape and sexual abuse, either themselves or family member, and it does affect men just as equally as it does women. So that's where I am with all this. With Rape Crisis, you have to do a lot of training and do a lot of studying to do with sexual abuse cases, rape cases, and you are given material that's not, the public don't see, okay? Straight Talk, talking to the men and talking to family members and sort of even females that have been sort of lost counselling and talking about their dads, their granddads being affected by this and their guilt at their family members being so affected by what's happened to them, being raped or sexually, and then just finding out that gay. I knew anyway, that all men fucking are beasts. Not all men are rapists. Not all men lack the emotional intelligence to understand what's going on with the woman who's being so violated, so violated in such a violent manner, or somebody that's been sexually abused for years, and then his behaviour changes when he has his own kids. How and he doesn't want to deal with what he's going through, his memories. How do you deal with that? So I was very, I'm still very aware. I was very aware 30 years ago that men, just as equally, was that as women, are equally affected by rape and incidents of sexual abuse. Okay, get drinking. This is a hard one because I'm mainly going to focus. And like I said, I thought what I heard with Mel and what I heard of that fucking beast touching up my grandkids, I thought that was it. That was it. Coughing on his head. For me, and the hate I have for these fucking creatures, it's unreal. It's unreal. If you know me, the hate I have for these creatures, and I'm going to say it again. I'm not talking about the Creaturebeasts that are actively in this programme, that work at the police, council, MPs, social workers, blah blah blah, council employees. I call creatures them that are knowing this is going on, members of the public, you know this is going on and you're fucking doing nothing about it. So when I say every fucking police officer my family hates, every creature within every police personnel I name creature, my family, you will never get to go back to heaven. I don't care what religion you call yourself. If you're a social worker, if you're an MP, you know that. You know this program, what it's tied to. You know it's tied to Freemasonry. It's a dark occult practice. It's an organisation of dark occult practices, and you know that, okay? You will never go back. Once you, and you know this, and you're doing fuck all about it. You're literally doing fuck all about it. I shouldn't be on here, on the internet. Me and Winston just have to go to the police to do this, do that, to get our voices heard. It's a fucking child and show more human and more manliness in his fucking teenage self, early teenage self as well, than any of you fucking beasts are. So that's why I call you creatures, Mr. Police Officer. You know what I'm saying is the truth. You know what Winston's been saying over, I think I posted it, and it's been posted online, and acknowledging what I'm saying is true, and how I connected with him, how I know that a senior police officer, Chief Inspector James Hobday, was abusing him, and what he looked like, his hair, blah, 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 and he did nothing, letting it go. Is Hobday still living, walking the streets? Yeah. Hobday's the man who was on about my grandson, well, ex-grandson, we're not related, Jamal Campbell's penis. This is the same police officer, okay? Same police officer, I said, I'm going to fucking kill you. When he started about grandson's penis, well, ex-grandson's penis, we're no linking. I'm not even doing this for play or for show or emotion. We are no links together, Jamal. No. Ever. Okay. When he started going on about Jamal's penis, I was like, I'm going to fucking kill you. You've just threatened a senior police officer. Do you know? Blah, 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 blah. That's when I knew it was a senior police officer and it was Chief Inspector James Hobday. That's how my link with Winston was established, because he was sexually abusing Winston. I've named him Winston. I think it's a nice name. I think it suits him. Yeah. Winston was established. You don't know how energy works, and you connecting yourself with an organisation or someone that's links with a dark occult practice or dark occult company or whatever you call the fucking Freemasons. And they've always been so, hasn't Hobday? He had a fit, I keep saying fucking this, he had a fit when my family was giving me information at the beginning, information about what the Freemasons are and blah, 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 about the world of slaves. It went on for fucking months. He, his little midget fucking feet, Hobday, sorry for spitting, had a little temper tantrum. You know the truth. Anybody that doesn't believe me, go and ask him. Do what you have to do to get the truth out of him and what was told to me regarding what the Freemasons are and where they come from. Okay. That's how energy works. So I clicked on, I knew sort of Winston, that he was sexually abusing Winston, okay? Because I'm not somebody that's like, watched a few TV programmes about rape or sexual abuse or crime programmes. I go, oh, touch me fucking pills. I'm thinking, that's terrible, that's terrible. I'm someone that's had the experience working with it, now fucking living it. You know, so when I sent an email regarding Paul Burgess stalking me, and said it was a regular thing over and over again. I am a fucking sarky bitch and quite funny. So in the email I did say this is not new behaviour. He would have a pattern of this behaviour, or he would have had a head injury. Because a man at 50 or 60 can't all of a sudden turn into a fucking stalker, a persistent stalker, a beast. It doesn't happen. So I knew there had to be something. It was either he's a serial sex offender or he's had a head injury. Simple as that. People with Alzheimer's, I think it's Alzheimer's, yeah, can sometimes experience their social kills and their sexual connection. It's not even a connection, dirty buggers. They can turn into dirty buggers, all right? Because there's no filter. There's no filter there. Okay, so I'm not someone that's like, he's crazy about this rapist. And I am not a pill hugging. I know what they do, and this is why I fucking hate you creatures so much. Creatures meaning police officers, council workers, social workers who are not actually taking part but know about this. I mean creatures, general public who are watching this. Oh, she's had a message. Did you say trigger warning? Let's get to popcorn. Let's get up. Oh, you fucking cunts. You cunts. how to earn friends and influence people. Ta-da! Okay, so I'm not somebody that gets triggered by this. Okay, I am in one way, not in another. So I'm not questioning, but I know the seriousness of what I'm saying. I knew from the very nature of Paul Burgess, the fucking creature who stalks me, that this is not a one-time behaviour. This wasn't, he stopped doing it because for the kicks. But we'll see what's happening. Oh, he was doing it because he had, it was a repeat offending behaviour. His pattern of behaviour was repeating. Okay. With the family in Liverpool that's been targeted, like I said, the guy that's been targeted, he's the one that's killed the little girl. Okay. I think a few weeks ago, I don't know why, I was getting not messages but images appearing about who he is and his family. Okay, and I said that he wanted to give himself up. He actually did give himself, or tried to go in to make a statement with the police, and they beat the fucking shit out of him. Basically, just played him like a fucking toy, literally. Well, here, there, everywhere. Poor fucker. And the police wasn't having it. Okay, so this was before Tommy's arrest. Okay, within days of that murder happening, the police knew who did it. And like I said previously, he had a meeting. He talked with one of the guys off the telly. Okay, I'm trying to get the central. Move it. Oh, fuck it. With one of the senior police officers on the case. Okay, in the park, I told you what the situation was. He was one of the people that came in, did a little bit of punching. I don't know what to do. I don't fucking know. Torture. What the police? Do you know? I didn't think. I used to watch programmes about police corruption, sort of like in the 70s and 80s against the Irish and the blacks, and about used to say about police getting beaten prisoners up and magistrates saying, "Are you saying our great British constable, our great British police would actually beat you up, and would you say they would lie and blah blah blah?" And this is all in the go watch. I'm 55, so go back to an age and you will remember the police corruption and blah blah blah, and how it's all came to be that prisoners were making complaints about the police beating up and false confessions. And I think that's done that. They couldn't possibly do that. They couldn't possibly be summed up, cause injury, without it being recorded, without that person going, yes, they do. I'm going to have to get out. Yes, they do. So they beat the shit out of him. Wait a minute, please. To not let him make that statement. Since then, his family has been targeted by the police. Very famous police. You would have seen them on the TV. Very famous. What they do to headfuck you most is target the children. In this family, there's two kids, or there's a little girl. I see a junior school and infants. So I don't know if she's just moved up from infants to junior school, or there's a girl in the infant school, in the junior school, sorry, and there's a child in infant school. Both children are being targeted by the police. In ways that I'm going to go into in a minute. Okay, all the family, this came through later, so this was this week, are being targeted by the police in the same way. So adults, and I want to say there's 3 generations that are being targeted. But I also want to say there's 3 generations that are being targeted, but I want to say 4 generations. So don't know if that. Excuse me a minute. You know, when you get to this age, we'll talk about age in a minute. Right. Their grandparents. So I'm 55. The grandparents would be like in the 40s, late 40s, early 50s, and the guy himself would be in his 20s, 30s. I don't know. And then with the kids. Okay. But I want to say there's a next generation up from the grandparents. I don't know if they've got somebody my age that's older than them, that they see it as an elder, or somebody older than me, 60 odd, 80. That's part of their family that's not genetically tied to them. But there's 4 generations, even though there's 3. There's 4, but the count as 3. I don't know. Okay, what's happening? When you're being targeted, the police will use the council who's involved. MPs will use electronic equipment and occult practices. Yes, folks, the Freemasons use very dark occult practices, and the Freemasons are in the police force to do psychic attacks. Okay, I remember saying to someone, or did I can't remember I don't like that, but saying to one, I'm psychically attacked all the time since I've been targeted. That's why my family was saying, give me so much information right at the beginning when I was targeted. When they came in, about 2-3 years after I was targeted, about the Freemasons, telling me what they are and what the organisation is, and they was telling me it's a dark occult, and even the members, you're so fucking stupid that you've got demons feeding off you. And I kept saying to the family, why can't we get it that you are food to the demons? Anybody that's a Freemason, that's why I'm saying police officers, you're never, ever, ever, social workers, MPs, all that creature beast bastards will never, ever connect with your clan. They're somehow linked to your energy, your boss, your whatever. There's a cat there, so it's not just me turning for nothing, making noise. Would turn to your clan. Why do you think the creators hate all UK police officers, all UK MPs, all UK housing managers, local authority employees, depending on your job role and your job title, and the people that are involved? All creature beasts hate it, just generally. You know you are. You've got so the creature beasts have sold their soul to the devil. Creatures and people that are in these organisations, even if you don't know it, you will never return to your clan. They have done something or made you sign something or say something to make sure that you will never ever return to your clan. There's an entity on your soul. Okay, I keep saying this. Listen to the recordings yourself if you don't believe me. Okay, so that's what I was told. Okay, right at the beginning, I knew right at the beginning. So people say the Freemasons got this much power and blah blah blah, and the font of all knowledge and blah blah, hidden knowledge, and they know everything. They don't know shit. Why do you think they keep join us, join the Freemasons, and tell people that child rape is it's just an actual order? You think I'm lying? Go back to the recording. I'm telling you this because I want you to see, people who's watched this, just how demented and how evil what is going on is going on. It's not just the black woman sitting on the flat going blah 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 blah. This is happening all around the UK, except for certain countries. Well, all around the UK it's happening. Okay, so Freemasons get a police force to be connected to the Freemasons. So that's the dark occult knowledge part of it. Okay, taking over the energy frequency of that person. Also, they use electronic equipment to target a person. So when I said regarding COVID and Jimmy about him, that was it Jimmy? Yeah, it was Jimmy. That they read his body electric frequency. I want to say something else. You know, I've said it previously. His body bioelectric energy, and you can log on to it. You can know what someone's thinking, how they're breathing rate. You can know anybody's health by just logging in. They've got equipment to do that. Also to increase your heart rate, to slow your heart rate, to make a pulse in your head, to psychically attack you as well, electronically attack you. They have got it's happening now. Okay, they have got the equipment to do that. I know with me, right at the beginning, at first when I was first targeted, it was just sort of the head banging and the head banging. It's like a pulse in your head. And if you do anything that they don't want you to do, the pulse increases. Can you imagine a pulse in your head? So that was at the beginning for me. No sexual assaults, no physical attacks, no psychic beatings. Yes, psychic beatings, none of that. Okay, it was only until Simon Foster, and this is why, you know, that little fucker, you nasty little bastard weasel cunt, you shit pants wearing freak. Do you think your swearing's getting better? I think so. When he took office, the literally within days, the sexual offences increased dramatically. Okay, the electronic rapes or touching increased dramatically. The racist abuse. I've got recordings where you can even track. You can listen for yourself. I listened for this for a week before Foster took office. Then we've got what after when Foster took, and you can hear the difference in the racist abuse, because it's not a race. This woman's that beats him up on a regular, gives him a dig. She's a black woman, mixed race black woman. He can't be a racist, can he? Say all this. Okay, so the racist abuse increased. The psychic attacks, meetings, anything you could get on me, the psychic occult sort of pressure increased. Or when Simon Foster, look at the fucking little weasel cunt, bastard cunt, shit pants wearing freak. Look at him. go and look at him. Stop this fucking video and go and have a look what it looks like, and go and look what it said about violence against stopping violence against young women. He had a campaign. Gender violence against women and girls, stopping the violence, gender-based violence against women and girls, gender-based male violence against women, some males, and he was actually doing this. Do you want to say they mock humanity? This is what they do, okay? This was happening with me. Luckily for me, most of it, even though I could felt, it's difficult to describe, but I could felt a force of energy several times, different fucking creatures, Creaturebeasts police officers, like a force, and sometimes I haven't got the energy, and all I could explain as just the, not even the will, just haven't got my body's energy to fight them off, to defend myself, okay? It's only when I sort of like, my family came in, and they stopped most of it, and like I said about the protection, I can remember one time I was lying in bed, and was like just like in the fetal position, and at the time I was really ill anyway. When this fucking shit happened with me, I was really ill, and I remember sort of like just lying in bed and sort of not wanting to move because there was so much pain and breathing hurt, and these creatures going from the background. I can remember being surrounded by protectors. I called them, I've said this previously, by protectors. That's all I can call them, as protectors that says we are protecting you, and they were stood around me, and there's every different race of people you could think, and some races, some people, the looks of them, I had no idea. I don't know they existed. I don't know if that race is extinct or an extinct race. And there were humans, but taller than me, and each one were beautiful. And this is how fucking fickle I get. It's superficial I can be at times. And I'm just going between each of them, and all from the bluest fucking black guy with oriental eyes, the bluest black, to an Asian looking like, in the UK we equate Asian with Pakistani or English descent, English, Pakistani or Indian descent. Somebody looked like that, and somebody looked like a Jamaican, somebody looked Italian, somebody looked white but not sort of blonde white. Bear with me. And I was looking between each of them thinking, I couldn't believe fucking how beautiful each of them were. I couldn't believe that each one of them looked so different, but they were so beautiful. I said this is half an hour, it's not even half it, okay? And I couldn't, and this is what my human mind was thinking. I couldn't believe the beauty of these beings, and looked so different. And I didn't have to do anything to protect you, so they stood around. I got in my mind's eye, they were standing around my bed while these creatures were really turning the pressure up. And like now, as I'm sitting there, it's also like got a vibration trying to go through, and it's not to go near me, to go to my body. Okay, if you turn this up, you can hear the fucking cunts going at it. I bet it's like that ranted cunt Nigel. I don't know why I keep saying cunt a lot. I think it was when it's got that dirty smelly cunt, the MP. She started it. I was saying cunt before then, folks, but more so. I've named the undercover police officer who was following me for 10 years as a ratted cunt, thick fucking Nigel. He had the hard man label, the cult man, that he's got the demons, going to protect him, blah blah blah. The demons fucking ran when they saw me, didn't they, you ugly fucker? Yeah, so I call it ranted cunt because you're supposed to be a big man. I gave you a chance to show, and everybody would have applauded you if you'd have done it. There's no police officers would have been continued to die, would they, if you'd have done it? Innit, big man? You're a bad man. Show me how bad you are. That's what I said to him. Show me. And I would have surrendered. All he had to do was put it in a fucking bag. Show me, you bad man. And I would have gone to the Freemasons and joined them and said, oh yes, the white is superior. And yes, you can make kids, you might get that. It's all good, man. It's all good blood, but you never. So the Freemasons and your police officers, just remember that. Wayne was fucking furious, obviously, but we don't waste time. Anyway, so yeah, they can use, and they map out, so they've got equipment to map out your body's vibrations and frequency, so they can target any area of your body. Okay, when I say to raise your vibration, raise your consciousness, that stops them. It like now I've raised it, I can do it sort of like automatically. I can vague whisper of the vibrations, the cunts. Dirty, dirty cunts. I can vague feel it, the vibration, but I can't. They're not touching me. And can you hear them? Can you hear the little fuckers going off on one? I want to beat them so much. So very much. So much. So they've got that equipment, and they are being used. Remember I said last week that they could use this on paedophiles and never will be a repeat sex offender again in the UK. Ever. Just imagine that. But no, the police force in the UK are using it to protect sex offenders and the like. Aren't you? Because you're beast your fucking self, aren't you? It's interwoven in the police force. That's why I say don't fuck with them, any of them, anytime, ever. The culling's happening though. More on that at a late. I'll end with a positive. I'll just write it down. Culling. End. Okay. So they can use psychic means and psychic attack. It does happen, and the Freemasons use it. That's what their organisation is known for. There's a reason why the Freemasons were banned and undercover for so many years in Scotland and the UK. This is why they practice. They were began by dark occult demons, and that's what's running through it, right from the top to the very bottom. This is what keeps running through it, and that's what they are there for. Okay, and it's demons. They are the food for the demons. The Freemasons, they're only food. The silly fuckers, they're only food. You are for the demons. Yes, you are. And this knowledge you've got, it's only because people, we give up our power so quickly. Instead of saying no, we don't want to offend them, especially if they are in the position of power and they're, than us. They're sort of like a police officer, doctor, blah, 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 and they say blah, 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 and you're going, oh. Instead of going, what? No. I don't know what that is, but just be, fuck you. That's what I meant. If you don't, we give up so easily, we give up our power, especially in the UK, with so many systems in place. We've got the class system, we've got the race, we've got gender, we've got fucking so much to separate us when there's no separation at all. There's only separation that's between us, humans, and we come in every shape and size and ethnic origin, I can't say ethnic origin, I've just said it, ethnic origin, class, blah, blah, blah. Humans, we're all in there, but there's a small, I keep saying, and I want people to, there's a small original base of DNA that wasn't created by the creators, were created by dark occult means, and that's what these creatures feed on. That's what they cultivated a DNA, families, if you'd like, various families around the world that have got no link to the creators, and just keep breeding them in, and these sort of money and wealth, and I am a royal member, I'm this and that, and I'm a squire, and I'm to make people follow them and making them believe, and they've got religion in, saying, King James, the fucking sick cunt, got him in, and that's why they like him so much. I think the Freemasons have got a special thing in London where they're honouring him, King James Museum or something. I don't know if it's true, but I can see the Freemasons doing that. So they've got religion. They say, I'm a priest, and listen to me, and I come from the will of God, and what I'm saying to you have to follow this to live this life. Blah, blah. So they've got all these things in place. Okay, there's Freemasons, and their philosophy. Their philosophy is that there's only a certain number of people that are deemed to be holders of this knowledge, and there's certain kinds of people. So obviously women wasn't. I think we now can. We now can join, like Sarah Chambers, and foster specific, or both folk they're covering themselves. I think they said covering themselves, that nobody will be able to tell them that nobody able to tell that they are an occult entities. That's all she is. That's all they are, occult entities. But that's all through them. So silly fuckers. Anyway, so yes, believe me when I say that. I know this part of me, I jest, because I have to jest to get through this, to think about what is happening. Okay, with the little girl came through. First, it was the guy, and that situation with the park with that guy, and this little girl. I saying the girl come through, and what was happening to her. The police are trying to set this family up, or already have set this family up as child abusers. Okay, so they will. That child, this little girl, is being sexually abused by police officers using electrical equipment to do that. So they've mocked what a body is, body vibration, and they can do that with anyone, adults, children, and children are more susceptible because we don't know, they haven't got the knowledge to sort of like, this is not me, this is fighting, this is happening to me, I'm scared, I don't know what to do, okay? That's just what happened. This is what's happening to her, or did happen to her. I think it stopped, still stopped. Yeah, I'm saying it has stopped for now. Okay, I hope it continues. She was being sexually abused, raped by police officers using this equipment. At first, that's all I picked up, that it was just her. They were, because they've mapped the body, and everybody's body, all our bodies that are fucking, that they choose to, they can affect how you breathe, how, like I say, your heart rate, get a pulse in your head, your vocal cords. Okay, because the children, they would have made her say something highly sexual at school or in the nursery or somewhere, that there's no way that, and I keep saying this as well, there's no way that what she said they couldn't not act upon, because it would have been obvious that she'd been sexually abused or she'd been raped. There's no way that a child would have seen it and she'd say, I saw this, or copying something off the telly. The language that was used, it was very graphic, and there was police officers making her say it. And the teachers, bless them, are in on it. So I want the family to know. Yes, I can say it now. Sorry, I got through when I told the family that she's watching this to let me know that I could say what was happening to your child. I said yes. Okay, still saying yes. Okay. And this is what I said previously, that in that family, there's just no beast in the family. I know in most families we like to think that, but in that family, I don't know if there's DNA that reports or something, there's nothing. There's no dodgy uncle, skanky aunt, there's nothing like that. Okay. And this has shaken them. I don't know if this is happening now. I think this has been done now. So investigations are underway. Regarding, I don't know if investigations are on the way, but this is happening. She is being sexually abused, molested, and the school is in on it. They have tried to, yes, it has been done already. Okay, it has been done already. They have tried to summon in the family. Okay, and the family are going, this is no, doesn't, the teachers know that the family involved are part of the family guard that murdered that little girl. So yeah, as it is, you didn't mean to do it, so I said just say kill. Okay, God, that's not even fucking, sorry mate, but and you know when I say that, you're prepared to take whatever happens, you're prepared to take that punishment. It's already happened, so there's investigations on the way, and that's just to break the family. That family's being targeted. They could have, I don't understand, so as Tommy's family, so the original family, the girl's family, I don't understand why Tommy's name was brought into it. I don't understand why they didn't arrest the guy. He admitted it, he wanted to do it, he went in to make a statement and beat the shit out of him. The targeting his family, I don't know why, I don't know what's happening, I don't know why. Okay, at first that's all I saw was like the little girl, and she was being sexually abused by, and the person is a police officer. They are, I don't know what to say, fucking for it, they are police officers, and they've been on the telly. Yeah, he loves it. He gets off on raping, electrically raping children. He gets off on it. That's his thing, and she does as well. Yeah, she really gets off on it, and they like the public face, what they hold to the public. So in public, see them, even criminals say, well, upstanding police officers. I don't think criminals in Liverpool do now, because they know, but they will see them as upstanding police officers, and commended for their work and blah blah blah, what they've done. And in private, they are the fucking most deranged bag of cunts you could ever meet. I'm being fucking serious. They are deranged, and they like that difference. Like with the MPs, like with the fucking social workers, they like that difference, like the mocking of the public. They targeted people that, who's going to believe them? And I think the guy has been telling people, this is happening to my family, this is happening. And because he sort of killed that little girl, and because I don't know if the code of criminals, I don't know code of criminals. Do you have a code of criminals where people are just blanking him, literally blanking him? Bless me, if you could get £10 weed, you'd fucking do, because do you do £10 weeds now? I don't know. In my youth, you could, but you're not his whole family's been blanked because it's what he's done, and nobody's listening to them, nobody's paying attention, and that's what the police, the fucking creatures, wanted anyway. And he likes doing it. They like electrically raping that little girl, and the reaction it gets from her, and the reaction that she goes to her parents. What can they fucking do? What can they do? She goes to her grandparents, and what can they do? You see your, and she's describing it, and you know that they are being raped. You know that. Okay, so investigation is on way to started, and I want to label them as child molesters. So for anything, just to completely destroy them. I don't know what your family's like or what, but they wouldn't do this if you wasn't human. I just want to say that to you. I don't know if it means you will go back to your clan, even though you've killed that little girl. You will go back to your clan, because you're human and you're feeling it. And I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. These twisted fucking cunts. Just there's no reason to why they act this way, and I don't know why. Tommy's family's involved, and they could have been straight. This could have been done with. They still would have had a fucking program without getting your. Okay. Not only the children, so there's an investigation underway now regarding sexual abuse. I want to say to everybody in the world, the family are not abusing the kids. It's the fucking police that are abusing the kids. The family is also, the adults in the family are being sexually assaulted. They're being psychically attacked. And I smiled then. Because you know when I say shits, giggles and death, and you can psychically attack somebody, I've had that where they're punching you. You can feel like somebody is punching you in your stomach. It quickly ended because I sort of put a block up. You can. The more things they do, so they're trying not. So it's been 10 years now, so learned a few things. The more things they do, the more my psychic offences enforced and heightened. Okay, when you're going through this and going through any sort of trauma, last thing I'm saying is just relax. You're gonna head fuck you, man. Relax, get some sleep, party, dance, do something that makes you're gonna think you fucking bitch. What are you on about? They're attacking me, and this is why when your energetic frequency is low, this is why they've just want to destroy you, keep your energy, your frequency as low as possible, so they can do all this, so they can get into your fucking energetic field and do whatever they want. So if they wanted to, like we say, shits, giggles, and death, play that game and psychically attack you, and you feeling it. They're going to do that. What can you do? You don't know. But how's this happening? And there's so many things. Once they've logged into your body's electrical frequency, there's so many things they can do. Literally, they've got a map of your body, a map of anybody's body. And if they want to sort of kick you in the kidneys for 10 hours a day, they can do that. If they wanted to rape you for 10 hours a day, they can do that. If they wanted to put there's a where they've admitted it to me with the head banging, and they said it will increase the head banging. If they want you to stop doing the increase the head banging, which is like a pulse, and it gets louder and louder, more intrusive. So you sort of trying to stop you thinking or doing, or just making you lose train of thought. That's what they do. That's one aspect of it. Like I said, psychic attacks. Everything that can be done possible to a family is being done to that family. Say this, I haven't got the vocabulary to say just how evil and how dark and how deranged these police officers are, and this program is, and what they do. And they like the fact that they're in jobs where it gives them a sense of a cover. I'm a police officer. What the fuck do that? I wouldn't do that. Really, I put murderers away. I put child killers away. I wouldn't do that. I'm a woman. Would I rape a child? I'm a white middle class woman. Would I rape a child? This is what they want, and they like that the mocking of the public. So you've got no comeback. You've got no comeback to say. I can say about the MPs. Everybody knows. In my case, the MPs are involved, and they're going by what they look like and their job title to hide behind. a black woman on YouTube swearing. She just couldn't talk a lot. Yeah, said about my medical condition. I didn't know how she gets to know, but that's my pum pum. I don't know what she means by pum pum. Fucking hell, man. Fucking, and you all know this. Sarah Chambers is complaining, the one who, I didn't bring this up. It was the Creaturebeast who brought us that Sarah Chambers, an MP for Derby, is a child molester, and she specifically, she's a Freemason, and specifically targets single mothers and then threatens them with the social services if they say anything about her being a child molester. This week she's having rape threats about taking the fucking flags down. That's a lie, for starters, isn't it, Sarah? Yes, you're having threats because even the families have clicked on because I've said, and they're sort of like, yes, it's not me, and it's giving them some sort of like impetus, like, yes, it's not me. You're fucking being threatened because people are saying that you're a child molester and you're a Freemason, and what you've done to other families, and the families are speaking out, so it's not just me saying it, it's giving them sort of like the courage to say yes. That's why you're being threatened. That's why I've not left my house in 2 days. There's always a two. I'll go on to another time with the Freemasons. It's a mocking, another mocking thing. Two, shit, get it? One, number two. Where does that come from? Okay, so that family, all the members of that family are being electronically assaulted in some way. Either sexually abused or psychically beaten up, or they're having, and you can actually feel it on the body, like I say. When I say the shits and giggles, days and death, that's just, I should pretend, it's all fucking pretend. I haven't got the equipment to do all that, or the knowledge. What? Freemasons? They're the, the holders for hidden knowledge. When I do, it's just pretend, yeah? When anybody else does it, when Tommy does it, it's just pretend, it's not hitting anyone. None of them are being infected. Anyway, so with that little girl, it's underway. So they've tried to make the complaint has been underway. So she would have either said something in school, and they would have forced her vocal cords to say something. I know it sounds fucking fuckery. As an adult, when I realised that they're trying to do to me, and they will sort of like target specific areas at a time. But always go back to the genitals because that's who the fuckers are. And I realised what they were trying to do and translate my vocal cords, or even stop me from speaking. Not like now. I was looking down, I saw the drink. They would have made her say things, like I said, that it's not, and it's not her. And she's feeling away, and she's saying to her parents and her granddad and mom, I don't know, it's not me, I didn't say it, even though it was coming out of her mouth, and that's what she's saying, I didn't say it, and nobody's believing because they're saying, oh, you're just protecting your mum, dad, whoever, who's done this to you, who's done this. They would have got a medical profession to examine it and seen, when I say the death shits and giggles game, and that they feel it, and that they have injuries as a result of what you're doing. That's what is happening with this little girl. She's had injuries with the result of what they've done to her, and they've examined her, okay, because of the sexual abuse claims, and she has had evidence to say that she's been sexually assaulted. She's not being sexually assaulted, again, not by anybody in her family. It's by the police officers that have been on the telly, and they're nice, and they wouldn't do that. They fucking love it. They fucking get off on it, okay? Start drinking. I've had anxiety, okay? This family is why I'd say to you that they will change your mood. I don't know how much they've done, but the easiest way, the first thing they'll do is just fuck with your emotions, fuck with your mood, make you anxious, make you fear-filled. They'll make you anxious just before you meet somebody, like a school teacher. The school's involved. I don't have to say that already, and so is the infant school involved. So wherever that area is, both of these are involved in the targeting programme, not just the police officers. Of course, the local MPs are involved as well. So if you're being targeted in your area, your local MP will be involved. So in that area, the school's involved, the infant school involved, and the junior school's involved, plus the local MP. Nobody wants to touch this family because of what the guy did, killed the little girl. Okay, so nobody's just blanked this guy. Okay. And the family, so they've just been blanked, and that's what they want, and I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know. Okay, all of the family have been affected by this. all of them. So they will affect your sleep, so you don't sleep, that you're anxious, that you're hungry 1 minute, or you don't eat. And they'll make you, and they get off as seeing your reaction, trying to make you fearful 1 minute or anxious. So as soon as you meet one of these people, don't have to the family bear out, as soon as you go to have a meeting, you're more anxious than what you would ever be. You'd be anxious anyway, but you're more anxious, you're more scared than what you would be anyway. And it feels like you don't know why. All of a sudden, you suddenly got really anxious and really scared, and because they want to control how this meeting goes on and how you react to this meeting. They'll either make you angry to make you, or to make you seem unreasonable, the unreasonable parent. They don't want you to respond in a way that would seem reasonable. So, can write it when it's looked on paper. Oh yeah, they are raping the child and they're very aggressive, and yeah, you will be gaslighted. You know all that. The reputation you've been gaslighted all along this. And it's not, I'm going to repeat it again, it's not the anybody within the family that's touching these kids, for want of a better phrase, it's the police officers that have been on the telly. They love it, they get off on it. It really, when I say get off, I've never, like I said, this situation, I thought I did it all with my grandkids, and what Fan was saying about these creatures that are doing this to yours, it's just. And it actually has got, they've all got entity attached with demons, but it's like, fucking hell, man. He actually laughs when he's doing it. One of them, he actually laughs. And he's like, it really gets off in it. It really is fucking deranged. I want to. Okay, people who've been targeted will know how these creatures will respond to you when I think they're not being filmed or recorded, how they will look at you and how they will, there's a smirk. Because they know they're head fucking you, and if you respond, you can't do anything back. Or if you do respond in a way that you really want it or it's appropriate, you're aggressive one and blah blah blah. So they will give you a smirk. They will head fuck you deliberately to get a reaction. Okay, speaking of raise your okay, what does it feel? Change how you they will change how you interact with each other. That's what it's saying. All be together. Oh fucking hell! It's nearly an hour. All don't have to be together all the time. If you're being targeted and live in different properties, there's got to be somebody near you, a neighbour, that's controlling, like here. They're surrounding me because I've got so many fucking creatures around me, control my electrical responses, trying to control you. So one person, so around here there were sort of like teams, 2, 3, one person in a flat, 2, and there's loads of different fucking locations called bees, fucking flats, housing next door and before the child molester. Yes, fantastic, another child molester. When I tell you this fucking program's full of them. Anyway, I haven't got 2 ponytails. It's a big fucking thing. It's one ponytail. I couldn't think what ponytail was called. Just 2, just one. I think with adult women, with 2, I think it's a bit. I was going to say Lily F. Latita. I don't know what that's fucking called. It's something inappropriate. Okay, so they will have people around you. I got form there. They will have people around you living where you live, controlling your where you spend most of your time, how your body responds. Yeah, changing your sleep, changing your attitude towards each other, make you angry, make you fearful, make you depressed. Depression is a big thing for them. If they can make you depressed and break you, that's like crack, as they say, like the MP, my local MP with his cock in his hand. Martin, I can't believe she's not cracked up yet, Ripton. Yeah, if I can't crack you up, this is the whole point of the programme, so they can control you and control everything about you, literally everything about you. Okay, this family are not frequently, okay, I'm trying to think what they else would have done. They control your heart rate. So all of a sudden when you're trying to rest, you'll hear your heart rate. Literally, you'll be lying down and it'll be them. And you know it's them because all of a sudden, and then it will stop all of a sudden to not make you go to sleep. They will increase their whatever they're doing at the time when each person goes to sleep. So they'll target that person, like this person goes to sleep at 10 o'clock. They will intensify whatever they're doing, or just after they've sort of rested while and they'll intensify it. This is how fucking evil these creatures are, with the head banging, with they've got the ability to sort of talk in your head. I know it sounds very weird, so you're hearing voices in your head, talking to you. So do you know, if you heard, on my audios. Okay, the reason why they can do that is because I blanked them being in my head, from talking in my head. Sometimes, depending on the frequency, I can do that all the time, but sort of like an extended period of time. It's how I lay, how I sit, blah blah blah. What my mood is, that affects that. But try to get in your head, and sort of like you can hear them in your head. This is the power they have. This is the technology they use. Like I said, they can use this on sex offenders. Yeah, but now why should they? The British public. Oh, you're gonna see this as drama. Someone will get a popcorn out. She's on here again, chatting her shit about pervert MPs doing fuck all. We are. Okay. Okay. Most of their fuckery, pulse rate, heart rate, rape, sexual deviance. So they will, anybody that's been targeted by these creatures will be sexually assaulted in some way by using their electrical equipment in some way. The guys in the family, males, will be sexually assaulted as well. So the adults in this family are also being sexually assaulted as well, also being fucking beat up, psychically beat up, their sleep changed, blah blah blah. Okay, there's nothing I can say. For the little girl, I did ask my family sort of a couple weeks ago to, about a week ago, to, if it's possible, for to block whatever was happening to her, the equipment that we're using, to block so they couldn't get to her. They couldn't, whatever they were doing, or it would slow down, or it would decrease, so she could just fucking rest, man, and be a kid. She's being bullied at school as well, and the teachers know this, and they set it up. There are children her age that are part of this program. I want you to know, I want people to get just how devious and how sick they are. They, the Creaturebeasts that are involved in this program, that school will be involved, and that school will not be targeting just the one child. Can you just imagine? Just target one child. What for? Blah blah blah. Where the police? Blah blah blah. You're a teacher. You're a human being. But no, this the head teacher, the teachers are involved, and that child, poor fucking Mike, is being bullied, and the teachers, and the worst thing is she's being gaslighted. So a kid will say something, prompted to say something about the creature beast, either the handler of that kid, either the parent or the fucking whatever it's using it, and the teacher will be there, and that child will say something, and the teacher will sort of turn it around to make out that the girl that's being bullied, she's the one that's causing trouble, and it's fucking her head up, and they're doing that on purpose. I don't know why I don't know why my brain doesn't go there with the infants. I don't know why. If there's a toddler or a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, there's a nursery involved as well. Okay, the nursery that's linked to this school is involved as well, and the kids were involved, and the nursery teachers are involved. All of them are involved. When you would know that it affects an organisation, everybody in that organisation will be involved. So the head teacher's involved, plus all the teachers are involved, and there might be teachers that are not, the notes aware. That's why I call you creatures. You see, you should be doing something. Yes, yeah. So there might be teachers that know that the targeting program's happening, but are not doing anything, and just sort of like thinking, just give me a taste. Look at that. They'll note my disapproval. Yes, they will. But no, you're doing that is fucking shit, and you know it. Okay, you're not dealing with fucking people who give a shit. Okay, you're dealing with people that are Freemasons. Have got the local MPs. Have got the local senior police officers on their back, on their side, who think that child molestation, the way they've always thought about this, is the right thing to do, where they have a right to do this. And this is the fucked up thing about it as well. This is what, with the Freemasons, what I'm telling me years ago, they are not human. Once they get into this fucking program, once they're a creature beast, they're subhuman. They've given away every being on this planet. Animals have their own energetic field around them, our own soul. Okay, the creature beasts, have let demons into their soul because when we put the system in it, yeah, they want to be part of it. This is what the Freemasons do, and this is why this little midget man with his little fucking legs had a tantrum because my family's going, yeah, excuse me. The Freemasons, this is what they do. They lie to the Freemasons themselves. They lie to the elders and say, okay, we give you this knowledge, but it doesn't give them the knowledge not to have demons on their soul. doesn't give them that knowledge to free themselves and not have entities attached to them for the rest of their lives. Excuse me, and more entities coming onto them for the rest of their lives. And when they die, having the entities that's on them, feeding off them, and the way they feed off them, my voice is going, is to torture them. That's when I said the fucking sort of resistance being tortured. I can tell you so many people, if you drop me a fucking line, if you're a police officer's missus, or my father's a police officer for 40 years and blah blah blah, if you want to know if they've gone back to their clan, they're connected, no matter how rich, how good they are, if you want to know, drop me and I'll take to my family as so and so, like I said last week, so and so to enter his clan. You won't. Idiots. Right. I know that family, I don't know if you wanted to see me or messages came through Steve. Hi Steve. If you wanted to see me. See, he said, you know, Wayne's fine. Wayne's gonna, I don't know what I said to Jimmy. Wayne's okay, isn't he, Jimmy? And he was to say, Wayne's okay, isn't he, Jimmy? So, yes. And Steve, you know, he just said it automatically. It was fucking funny. So Steve, things have been happening behind the scenes that I don't know, officially don't know, but psychically picked up. So I know that the family involved have been telling people and wanted me to sort of tell what's been happening to their kids. And I didn't want to say it at first because I don't know if that the family wanted to sort of. That's fine. But now they want me saying, so I'm saying it. And this is going to all the sort of like their people, the criminal fraternity, whoever in Liverpool. This is happening. This is the family have been saying this, and neighbours been believing them. Neighbours just wanted anything to do with them because they killed that little girl. This is happening. He wants to give himself up. It's always wanted to give himself up. I don't know why. There's some fuckery going off with that fucking creature. There's something going off with Liverpool police officers that fucking is all UK police. Do you know why? This is why, and when I say, and my family confirmed that all UK police officers will not return to their clan. You see why now? Do you see why, people? And that's just me going fucking on. And I could be lying, of course I could be lying. And when the family turns up, I will ask him so many questions I've got to ask him. But I will ask him especially regarding this one, because I didn't think. I knew it could happen, especially with the Sarah Chambers, when with Creaturebeasts was saying Sarah Chambers talks to single mothers. I knew they would target the most vulnerable in society. I didn't know. And I knew they would go after families, sort of like in a pack fashion, go after families to break families up or get one family member, like in my family. So many fucking informers, get informers in the family to set a family up, set their own family up. This is shit. This is shit. This situation, whatever's going off, what's happening to me, I still think it's bad enough. I'm not dismissing nothing what I'm going through or saying no. But when you go, and I do want to think how they'll go after children, but that came through, and I don't know why all of a sudden it came through. But going after and what that family is going through, and feeling what that family is going through, and feeling as a grandparent, you're witnessing this happen to your grandchild and not being able to do, not knowing what's going on, not to do, and you're being targeted yourself. I know, so I blocked, and I don't know when. I said we can control what she says, and it's not her speaking it. Whatever she said is so sexual, explicit. There's nowhere a child cannot know that, and they've done it as well. So they can't say, well, she's picked up off the telly or she got off the YouTube or whatever, off the internet. She would have to have been there or have to have been part of something to do this. Okay, to say the words she said. Oh, there's Hercules. Oh. His name actually suits him. I won't sort of show him. I'll turn the fucking camera off, can't be arsed. He looks vexed. Okay, so this week, I'm going to say this is one of the hardest ones. It is because the behaviour still shocks me. It still fucking shocks me. Like I say, when my grandchildren, when they talked about sort of what's happening now, sort of like, That's it. There's nothing. I know the child molesters. I know they get off on child molest. I know child molestation is the central point of this programme. This is what it's all about, and why the child molest. It's just to get the children at a young age, to break them, to crack them, as Martin Ripton, the child molester for this local area, Darlett Abbey MP said, is to crack them. And this is what they do with this film, to crack them and to break them. So you break somebody down, either causing them to be depressed, and then you sort of rush in as their saviour and say, well, this is act like this, do like this, and this is what's happening in the world today. The cult means trying to, the New World Order. This is the UK's version. This is what they want. This is why the MPs will never out. They will never ever. If anybody's been targeted, you think, what? And I spoke to my grandbaby yesterday and was like, I think it was yesterday. It's Friday today, babies. Was it Thursday? I don't know. Really pleased it's come out, and the response they've got. I don't say anything. So if I can show you my feed, there's nothing. No, I don't get any comments, any responses. Nobody likes, nobody views my videos. But that's why I know I'm in show fan, and what's been happening. My family sort of tell me, and what they're doing, and what I said to them. No, it's not going to make any difference. The papers know what's going off. It's going to make a difference as for ordinary people. I want to get this out. I'm not fucking saying this to the police, for police officers. I'm not doing this for social workers or local authority employees or MPs. Fuck them. They're watching anyway, aren't you, cunts? This is not for them. I will never make a video aimed at a creature beast. This is for the humans. I'm looking for people who have souls. I'm looking for, and aim this, my post. I want to say about the targeting. This is happening. This is happening. This is happening. You've got to do something. You've got to do something. This is happening now. This is what I aim my videos for, to say to people, this is happening. I know it seems unreal, and I'll give you as much evidence and as much validation as I possibly can. That's why my family's get involved. When I say about the police, there's so much things I've not said because uproar. Well, I fuck that now. They've fucking pissed me off. I wasn't going to mention that no police officers will ever return to their clan. You fucking beast. You put your hands on me. Yeah? Fucking beast. I wasn't gonna mention that. But fuck you, I want you all to know. Just join till 40 years and get my pension. Little bit of earner. Beat a few blacks up, that's it. A few gays up, if you're Irish. A pension, I'm gonna get any blacks or gays. And then please, and you'll be part of this program, and you believe in what your bosses, your superiors are telling you. Complete lies, complete bollocks. Right from the beginning, my family told me that there's dark occult entities on everybody's soul, and every Freemason has got an entity, a demonic entity on their soul. Every Freemason, no matter where they are in the world, because that's the program. This is what the Freemason is all about. This is Freemasonry. Freemasonry. Just because they give to charity, that's where the public can say that we give to charity and we're a charitable organisation, and every member has integrity and a man of honour, and it's a load of shit. It's a load of fucking shit. Okay, we need to stop, especially in the UK. We are so into fucking bowing down to people because of their title and because of who they think they are and how they present themselves, without us clocking into ourselves and trusting our own judgment and thinking, okay, nope, you're a twat. That was just an example. I don't know, but just checking into ourselves and not being influenced about the exterior of a person or the class or the gender or whatever. When they open their mouth, oh, talking loads of shit, oh, they're posh. They must be telling the truth. They sound very posh. And they stutter and something just like this. And I couldn't believe what's been said. I'm very, very upset. And instead of me, it's like, you fucking beast, fuck off. What? I know there is a difference, but we're all saying the same fucking thing. And me, somebody's about to, somebody says, yes. I'm terribly upset about what's happening. It's just knocked me for six. It has, really has. Somebody like that, I keep mentioning, I will post the picture of the old fucking lady and the dynamic being that she is. I can find it. Okay, what also fucked me off as well, and what sort of like, this is going to be hard. Paul Burgess is a convicted rapist, long term, he's a serial sex offender. Paul Burgess, this is the reason why I'm targeted, because he started to stalk me. I was his next door neighbour. Well, across from each other, and they were in the flat. Started stalking me as part of his snuff fantasy. Yeah, the police read it, it's all there. Okay, I was told when he left the flat, I don't know when he left the flat, when they both left, when the police and the council arranged to leave, because you know the police council are really into poor Burgess rapists, like I say, like fucking shithead, any serial sex offender, anybody that shows potential to be a serial sex offender. And it's all to do with this destroying humans. If you can show that you're inhumane enough to rape an infant, to rape a toddler, you're the Freemasons. They hate humanity. Once people get that they hate humanity, it will all make sense. And I keep saying, I don't know if I said, I don't know, once, I don't know who I said it to, I might not have said it at all. Once you see that they hate humanity, everything will fall into place, everything will sort of like, the shackles will be lifted from your eyes, and you see this is why this has happened over the years. Like I said, in the UK, and our services have diminished over the years, and the shops and the high street, that's purposely been done to lower our frequency. Like with the family, to lower, if you lower somebody's frequency, it's easier then to target them. Once somebody's frequency is lower, it's easier. These dynamic beings are all around us all the time. The energy is all around us all the time. I don't know what's happening here. Gold, is that? I don't know what's happening. I've got a thing watch and fucking hell, 500 calories. Gold's a cheap. I don't know what that is. Waving around. Anyway, but you're taking a food, isn't it? Like eating a cake. Okay, so to control what you say, the Freemasons, and once you get that, it's the hatred for humanity. Once you get that, everything that's happened in the world, not just in our lifetimes, like I say, 100 years is like that. When you compare to our lifestyle of a soul and earth, and energetic beings, or the demonic beings that are on these beasts, 100 years, a person's lifestyle is like that. It's nothing. Our lifestyle, this life, we think it's long because it's fucking dragging on, innit? We think it's a long time, it's not. Okay. What say to make control things change. This has been going on with the Freemasons, and it's escalating because the times are changing, like the shift in the energetic fields of the earth, are you feeling the vibrations and love. This is why I think it's happening in the New World Order. Like I say, some countries have got a different style of New World Order, got it out, and to the UK, they want to control us. The MPs want this to happen, so this will never ever get out. I can guarantee you there's not going to be a paranormal program about this in 30, 40 years time, because it's so inhumane, it's so insidious, it is so sexual deviant in its nature, and you have the very people that's supposed to govern us, that's supposed to protect us from entities like them, are doing it. So you have the MPs want this because they know they can control people, and they like the power that it gives over people. They get a buzz like that fucking police officer. He fucking laughs. He actually laughs like a fucking moron when he was abusing that girl. I think he's to stop now, but he laughs like a fucking moron. It gets off on it. It really enjoys it. That's what they do. Targeting me, these creatures get off on it. The more they think they can crack me, or they've got through, they like it. If I get angry too much, they don't know I can turn that anger around. So I told you last week, didn't I? I can turn it on and off, and just to increase my energy, like I did earlier on. Fucking taxi man, Helm Trust, yeah. Don't use them. Okay, get me fucking angry and to aggravate me. So it'll cause situations where you get angry to affect your mood in some way. Now I know, because I know their plan. I now can get angry and then turn the anger, but still have that frequency, that heightened energy, that heightened vibration, but it'd be of love. Now, I'm just saying it. So that's why I say learn your energy. I know that family wanted to, through Steve, said they wanted to meet me, see me. I'm up for that. We'll speak through other means to get that. This won't stop. Me doing this, it's not going to stop them. Hopefully, everybody involved, not just a little girl, all the children in the family have got some respite for the last few days of what's been happening, and be able to sort of just exhale and just to breathe, okay, and what's gone off, and they've not troubled you too much, or it's been blocked to some degree. But yes, And all I can say to others, I've had to learn this as I'm going off, and sometimes I fuck up, sometimes I can't be asked, literally can't be asked to do shit about the targeting and what's going off, and just sort of sit and fucking not think about it. And sometimes you have to do that. I've told my sort of like grandbabies, this is happening, and I think they're responding, so that people are responding back and adding things to their post about this has happened to them, especially on Winston. When he went in to make a statement to the police that he was being sexually abused by Chief Inspector Joe Mahobday and the police officer. I saw that, what happened in that meeting, and I blocked it off like I did with the boys. Police officers, police are so fucking nasty. They need to be fucking dealt with, okay? He went in, and I don't know if this officer works in the child abuse unit, or he pretended he worked in the child abuse unit to get Winston to go in the room with him and sort of say, oh, let's talk about what's happened, what you've come in for. So I don't know if he works, is that officially works in that unit, or is a police officer who pretended to Winston that he worked in that unit. The guy looked about 40-ish, well, big guy, bit of a pulch, browny, sandy hair. That was, I want to say, do you know Ken Dodd? Not Ken Dodd. Is it Ken Dodd? Ken Dodd. With the hair and with the thing. I fucking don't know. His hair's really straight, or it's not. It's messy. I don't know. His hair's weird. It's just a weird style. I don't, because his hair is really straight, so there's no kink to it. There's nothing. It's just straight, and he gels it up or gels something to make it. Don't know. And he put his leg up on a chair. You did that specifically to head fuck Winston, didn't you? So yeah. This is the UK police, okay? So if anybody's wondering why the creators hate the UK police, this is why. That's one of the reasons why, yeah. UK police officers, I know you're watching. How's it feel? You will never get, when you die, when you leave this earth, you will be tortured for everything you do to a human and to other animals, other species as well. How does it feel? How does it feel? You're part of that. What are you fucking doing about it? I've got my overtime weekend. Is there a march booked? Is there another racist march? No? Oh, fucking, I took the flags. I'm taking the flags down. Oh, the fuckers have taken the flags down. What are you going to do? This is, anybody in the world out of the UK is watching this. Trust me, what I'm saying is true. Go back and watch my family's response when I say all UK police personnel. It's not even serving police officers, anybody that's any connection to the UK police force, cleaners, fucking on contracts, blah, blah, blah. Everybody that's connected to the UK policing will never return to their clan because the Freemasons put something on in their I don't know what the fuck they've done, but everybody employed at the UK police force, like I say, every officer in my case is a Freemason. Every one of them. Fucking midget man had a little fit when my family was telling me information about the Freemasons. This has been known. I want all police officers to know this, and council workers and the MPs. My family told me this information years ago. He knew. Freemasons now saying we didn't know that the monsters, and we thought there was no, because they were told, Freemasons have been telling people there's no God, so they didn't believe in a God. That's why they like King James, because he made up this book and he copied, and that's why they like, because it's just lying to the public basically. That's why King James, they really like King James. If there's a museum somewhere about in the Freemasons fuckery somewhere in London, I don't know where they are. Their big hall. Do they have a big hall? Do you have a big hall? I know I'm wearing the fucking colours, but you know, I won't go into that. Yeah, you're fucked. And I want everybody in the world to believe what I say. And when I said regarding the police officer who touched on my grandkids, and I said to my family, do you want it off her as much as I do? Do you want her off her as much as I do? And what was their response? When I said think about shithead, the mother of my grandkids, what do when I say I want something, and when I say I feel rage, when I say soul level, it's not coming from me. I don't care for you fuckers, creatures, understand that working that. I don't give a fuck, man. You should be acting now, tomorrow, now. As soon as you hear this, you should be fucking thinking, mate, okay, we've got to resolve this. I'm not working in this organisation with this. shouldn't you, really? They've fucked with your family. Your family, if you've got kids and you're a police officer, your family will be involved. If they are creature beasts, all under police officers' families, their kids, their wives, Joe pass would say under police work, and their wives don't know, and they and have separate lives. No, no, no. Part of this targeting program. Oh God, he's going to stop doing stuff to him. Part of this targeting program, their wives, all the kids from a very young age are involved in the targeting program. It's not a case now where it's undercover police officers and their families are not involved, or the strike up relationships. Still do that. They'll still do that because it's all to do with fucking sex. But their families and the kids, their real kids, will be involved and be part of this program and set themselves up as being superior to the people that their fathers, their mothers, or whoever is targeting. That's Hercules. Is it Hercules? Yes, it is. It's a handsome boy. Handsome. His name suits him. Hello, Hercules. Hercules, show people your face. Bye-bye. What's this? What's this, Hercules? Hercules, what's this? I think he's part Maine. I don't know what he is. He's handsome. Anyway, all police officers and their families will be involved. This is why I was told right at the very beginning not to call the children when I see undercover police. The one tries to be a fucking drug dealer and his fucking son. And I hated his son. I don't know why. It says they're not children. Don't call them children, call them offspring. And they will intentionally put entities on their soul, won't you, creature beast? Police officers, social workers, anybody involved in this. Okay, that's going to be a really common theme. Everybody that's got children, grandchildren, especially at my age, most of us have got children, have got grandchildren. They will get their grandchildren, their family members involved, especially if the kids. Okay, what made it so hard to say is Paul Burgess. Somebody trying to say it, isn't it? Paul Burgess. Okay, convicted rapist. Before I move on to him, yeah, so I was saying to my grandkids, still do your videos, but still time, if you're being targeted, find time to not do anything, not think about it, nobody, the papers know this is happening, are not going to do anything. MPs know this is happening, they wouldn't have got to be their roles in their jobs if they weren't part of it. So with your local police constable, chief inspectors of a local branch, blah blah blah, they wouldn't have been in their roles if they're not part of it. The senior housing managers, the council leaders, both council leaders from Dudley, where I used to live, to this one, are child molesters. Go back and watch my family confirming that Patrick Haley, who popped his head up and said, we don't want asylum seekers here, and I'm afraid about the control and the safety, and we've got to think about the kids when he's a child molester himself. You cheeky fucker, aren't you? And Nadine Pitfield, and the creatures themselves says that she's a child molester and that she was targeted, and she's still targeted after she became an MP. And she's targeted me. They have put people in positions of control and in jobs where they control what is being said and what's being reported and how this programme is being run. Believe me when I say, you can hear me talking, they know this programme is going off. The police officers that came to arrest me, the MPs in Derby, everybody knows this programme is going off and knows that I can keep consistently bringing proof that this programme is going off and ignoring me. Okay, if there was an MP in Derby or MP in the world that this programme wasn't, they wasn't part of this programme, your natural fucking gut as a human being, even though I'm not in their area, will say, what's this going off? What's this about you being a child molester? What's all the two MPs for this area have confirmed themselves being child molesters. Like I said, they like to announce what they do and then deny it and sort of mock the public. So, no, I can't do that. So they're announcing what they want to do or how they want the world to run. Very greasy. Okay. All right. So they announce it, and then mock the public and say no, or we do, or they lie, or look at yes, we're looking at the situation, and we're seeing how it plays, or whatever they've said to people about my situation. We go rah 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 rah, and go oh, I don't know. I know the coon, the panda coon, lied like a bastard, didn't you? Yes, the panda coon, the new mayor, who outed himself as a child molester, the Asian guy. Like I say, look, don't take my word for it. I'm saying this since the very moment I knew this programme because that's all they talked about was child rape. That's all they talked about was infant rape. That's all they did from the very first days. That's all the police officers who talked to me. That's all they talked about. That's their thing, and sort of got Jamar into it. Sort of like pictures of Jamar that making out that Paul Burgess had stole a picture of Jamar from my flat. I tell you why. I tell you how. Another time. But yes, did have keys to my flat. Believe it or not, there's things I haven't told because I think people won't get it. People think I'm lying. Oh no, man, police will do that. Yeah, but they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't give a rapist a fucking key to a single woman's flat, would they? They wouldn't do that. Council wouldn't do that, would they? I wouldn't have recorded people when I'm meditating, when it's trying to enter a flat and I've left my key in. So when I'm in, the keys in said can't get their key in, trying to get in, I've got recording of them going, she's still meant them being the rapist Paul Burgess and Sylvia, his fucking ugly hole thing that was lived there. I have that recorded. You wouldn't believe I would have it, and the police would let him have a key. And you hear somebody come after us, sort of like trying to get in, and somebody sort of quietly sort of go up these steps and going, I wasn't going to hurt her, I wasn't going to hurt her, I'm just going to frighten her, I'm just going to frighten her. This is the UK police. And you creatures, I have the audacity. You know I'll get it in. You fucking knew I'll get it in. I have the audacity to wonder why you are hated. Why you play all UK police personnel, MPs, social workers, local authority employees, blah, 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 anybody that's part of this programme are hated and you will not return to the creators. And that's including the Creaturebeasts that are in this programme, that work in these organisations, are not doing fuck all about it. Giving somebody a dirty look or blanking them is not doing nothing, and you know that. Well, maybe you don't. Maybe. But like I do think most of it, you're targeted. Like they said, go back if you think I'm lying. They've targeted you, so they've put an entity on your soul without you even realising. They've put a demon, an entity, a dark cloud, whatever, on your soul, so you just think, oh, children being abused. So not going to talk to them then. And this is how you will know, the families, like I say, it'll be the families or the friends of the police officers or whoever will pick up on a change in their attitude. Their hate to humanity. Once you get that, it will all sink in. And it's no point marching. It's no point fucking writing letters to your MP. It's no point fucking petitioning. There's no point doing any fucking shit because they know it's happening and they want it to happen. You just waste your energy. Simple as, you just waste your energy. And you're falling into like this business with the undercover Mr. Postman who tried to shoot me. And fucking crap about him with vape sourcing company, the things I've had to deal with, and they'll escalate these up, but escalate. So when you start doing shit, they'll escalate. Be ready for it. So each contact I've had with vape sourcing and a Royal Mail this week, it's all documented. Never use vape source in the UK again. They are Creaturebeasts and Dirty Bastard and Joey, whatever it's fucking called. You're a silly fucker, aren't you? Yes, you are. But I've got recording of the Creaturebeast out in your company as well as being targeted. Yeah, and Royal Mail being involved in Doctor and Parcel, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I've got all the. I'll drop it tomorrow, folks. Yeah. So they will escalate things to get your reaction. Like I said with the taxi man today, because I don't normally get angry. I don't normally, because I know it's happening. I know it's being fucking. But because of this shit, and I'll get onto the. What really fucked me off, I'm really sort of like, there's another moment where they've tipped me over the edge a bit there. Oh, you're taking it to the next level. With the little girl, that was that. But with Paul Burgess, like I say, so Chubbs is lying. And what should I say? Creators. Okay. A few months ago, okay, the severely, I don't know what I said or what was happening, a few months ago, the severely electrical, well, severely, because I've not let them get through, electrical sort of raped me. So this time they could get through, and electrical raped me. So I was sort of like, okay, trust calm, to be very calm and to meditate. And at some point you can't. And this goes on all the time, 24/7, 7 days a week, whatever. What if they log in? They have the ability to log in, and they will link a person to that as well. So they'll always say Susie Johnson. Seriously, people, that's why I want a picture of it. I want a picture of it so much. Picture, please, thanks. Thank you very much.
So they always link somebody or link a name to whatever do. So Susie Johnson, you could say Susie Johnson's doing this. Susie Johnson's old school friend I had when I was about 14 to 19 or something like that. 14, 21, I don't know. Okay. Not seen her since last time I saw her. I blanked her. I don't like her. So she's part of my talk, and you've heard that she's a child molester. She's a child molester. So they'll try to link a name or something, or word or something to whatever's happening. So they kept linking, because she's a clickbaiting lesbian. I don't know if it'll fuck anything. It's a fucking Tom. Give it enough money, you know what I mean? All due respect to the respectable Toms out there. Some of you, I really have moral standards, but this one here, this one just. She'll be fucking touching the children, animals, and all sorts. So, that's kind of Tom. The £5 for a blowjob, Tom. And even the £5 for a blowjob job, I'm not even knocking you, mate, because I know some of you are fucking not fucking dealing with kids. So this is what I mean, the level of Tominish with that fucking creature wants to be a model. So they will link something, so that creature linked, because it's a clickbaiting Tom, child molesting fucking Tom, and an ex-school friend to me being sexually assaulted. So you link a name, and like what it said in the post that they wanted off, it's going off an hour and a half now. Into handsome, look at him. Don't you think he's part Maine? Part Maine cat, not part Maine. Part Maine cat. It's a handsome boy. Yes, you are. It's not really. He has no time for humans, or just me. He's obsessed with Winston, aren't you? I can't tell you what he does to him. I don't know if it's normal behaviour. I don't think it is. Especially at his age, Winston's age. Shenanigans going off there. Keep me human self out of it. Anyway, so they will link somebody or link a word to what's been so I've been sexually assaulted really severely when I was and I thought I'd be able to block them like a year. This happened years when I was in foster first office. You know that, Paul? Yeah, moving your life. And since I've been able to block sexual, or if it happens, I can feel it happening because it's energy. It's a frequency. And I'll be able to block it. But this time around, this was this year, the sexual abuse, the sexual assaults, and I didn't know what they could do to me, that they could do to anybody. Okay, so it was really like I was being raped or instruments, one for a better word. And I kept saying Susan Johnson, blah blah, and this was happening. So I kept trying to calm, and just like not meditate per se, but sort of just be calm and just be still, not as it bothered me, and try to raise my vibration frequency. And sometimes could, sometimes couldn't. So it was like a bit intermittent. And one time they did it, and I went off on one. Not to them per se, but to the creators. And to Wade and saying sort of like fucking over, like that. It's about 4 days, but I go sort of like, what the fuck, sort of go fucking what do you see you, blah, 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 if you're not stopping this, blah, blah, flashing lights. I've been well rude and well disrespectful, and I did not vaporise me, so that's a good thing. And Wayne, first time ever he's been angry at me, and I've sensed his rage at me was after this was over, after a sort of like 4 day of sort of raging and sort of like, first things were like, rah, 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 and then I turned into a little psycho. So I was like, you know, in 2 hours we're going to be hating each other. Do you want that? The way I went, the way I took this, and them not, is my mind, them not helping or stopping it and going, rah, 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 what's the fucking point of you, and blah, 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 and we're done now, this bond is broken, there's no point, this bond is broken. Really I got really disrespectful to them, to Wayne, apologised profusely, happy now, thank you very much. But first time I've said ever, even when he was living, even with ever, we don't argue, we're sort of quite a chilled couple, people individually quite chilled, and as a couple we're quite chilled. And the first time I've sensed his rage, and it's aimed at me, and that's the first time. And him sort of after it was all over, sort of like 5 days or something, 4 days, 5 days, and it stopped. They were able to block them, even though they continually try it. They do, even now they're trying it. That's why I say I constantly have to put my psychic defence up 24/7, and when I'm sleeping, I know, bless him, he lies on me, but not in a dirty way, folks. Grandbaby's you're right, he's not a pervert. It's nice. Yeah. To block so I can rest. So that's why I know they attack your sleep, and when you just go to sleep, or
But yeah, that attack, and that's one of, this is how sort of like me, sort of like, I was prepared to denounce my family, prepared to denounce Wayne, and sort of like go, fuck, what's the point of you? What's this shouldn't be happening, you fucking flashing your lights and different colours, what's that, what's that, what's that to me? Well, disrespectful. Days it lasted. They never vaporised me, like I said, so I'm good. But this is how I was with it, and this is after sort of even 10 years in, and I was knowing it, and knowing there was no point to me raging. I had to be calm, but I was like, oh, this is, what are you? What are you supposed to be helping? What's the point of you being here? And like I say, and the first time, because we bonded, we don't argue, we don't. I felt his rage, and his response to what was happening to me. Okay, that was after it happened, and it stopped. And even now, it hasn't stopped because they're trying now as I'm speaking. The bless their little they. So Derby Peace. So you know Nicole, whatever its name, and John Crow. Fucking, you know, put as much lipstick as you want. Still a fucking dog, aren't you, bitch? John Crow will be involved in this. Simon, like I say, Simon Foster is instrumental in the sexual assault and the racist abuse, in the amount of attacks, the physical attacks increased since he took office. He's a nasty bastard, and he's also taking part himself personally. He talked to me when I lived in night, and probably, especially the gentleman with furniture, he left his fucking head off with his Derby equivalent before the black one took office. I still haven't got a name for it, just call it the black one for now. Took office. The Derby's police crime commissioner. For him, he laughed, just laughed, saying, yeah, that a cracker up, going back to Derby with no furniture, going back and with nothing. This is how evil. Now go and look what this creature looks like. And he denies this is happening. And they can't, because I'm not cracking up, because I've not fucking cracked up, or this and that's happened, they can't deny that I'm swearing out. I could come across as quite eloquent, believe it or not, and believable, and this is happening, and I've not cracked up. I've not had to rely on the mental health, sort of gone on the mental health ward for a bit and sort of like being sectioned up, or I've had psychosis. This is what they want. If they could make a person, especially in that family, to make you mad, and the doctors will be involved. Everybody, that family, like I am, like people that are being targeted, every organisation that your family is connected to will be involved. If they weren't involved at the beginning, before you're targeted, the police, social workers, the MPs will get them involved. So if your doctor surgeons wasn't involved initially, now they will be involved. And you might find that doctors will leave. You will find out there'll be strange movements within the company, because people will have an influx of people will leave a company, like the police did 20 years ago, 10 years ago, I don't know. Leave. So there's natural retirement. Okay, leave company, or get new people in, and new people will be part of this program. That's just part of it. Even if the doctors or mental health professionals or nursery staff, I don't know, schools, I don't know, teachers, they're called teachers, Joan. Yeah, they will be a part of it. If they're not part of it already, if they targeting you and you're part of a doctor's surgery, part of the school, part of the nursery, they'll get the nursery staff, the school doctors involved. Okay, what? Yeah, argument. Wayne expressed anger. That's the first time I expressed anger towards me, and that's the first time I've expressed anger towards the creators. I've done sort of a little mini don't do that, and they've done don't do that. And same with Wayne, you sort of like doing that, don't do that, but not sort of prolonged. And I was like, listen, break the link. Things I was saying was completely disrespectful, and I'm really pleased to sort of like they ignored me basically. Sort of like I was going, break the link, break, I don't want to be fucking linked with them, blah blah blah. And me, what's the point of you? Fuck off if you're not going to be able to stop these fucking creatures doing this. Blah, what's the point of you? And they did stop it. And I hope saying that, I think it helped because they admitted their part. They should have been able to stop it, and Wayne should not just Wayne on his own should have been able to stop it, but they should have been able to. We are more powerful than them, and sometimes they will increase the intensity. Like now, I can hear them sort of increase the intensity of the electrical pulse, electrical frequency. But so for now, we good. Never vaporise. Me and Wayne are better than ever. every strange relationship. He's dead and I'm here. We don't like to say dead, so he's returned home. They're more freer than what I am. Okie dokie, so I'm not, go on, this is going to be very quick. Paul Burgess, this is the part, because I'm thinking about that family, what's happening with their family. After Paul Burgess left the flat with Sylvia, I don't know where the fuck they are, promptly across the road from me, yeah. When I have a piss to go to the toilet late at night, they flash the blue light, yeah. So you know what, I've shown you the picture, the flat at the end, you know that's brown? That's the car park, that flat, that's where it's supposed to be. So, do you know if I have a piss tonight, and because the lights are off, because I'm not fucking putting the lights on, the flash blue light, so I see it, so they'll alert everybody in the block. This is Derbyshire Police. Okay, so Paul Burgess, sort of a couple of years after he moved out of that address, one of the Creaturebeasts said, Paul Burgess is a child molester because of you. It kept saying for about a day or so, they kept saying, oh, Paul Burgess is a child molester because of you. I genuinely know he's such a serious sexual offender that if he can't get what he wants, his type, I'm not his type, being a black woman, not his type, his type is blonde ladies, short blonde ladies, but because he couldn't, and he was searching, he was looking for a next victim, they both were, and their type just couldn't meet or link up with us. They have no social skills. People think they're fucking weird. This is not a couple that were charismatic in any way, shape or form. They're fucking weirdos. So this is what Westminster Police, this is what Simon fucking Foster and James Davidson, the police crime inspector before, I don't know what the fucking calls them, losing the fucking will I am. I'd like temper today, that taxi man. Fucking bastard. Don't use them again. I'll be trust. Don't fucking use them. Vape sourcing. I'll show you the info tomorrow. So, because and this is what they do, okay? And they don't know. Because there's a lot of companies I've not sort of named. Well, I have. It's linked with the Douglas Council, like PDH Jones and XL2000. And you've seen it for yourself with the fucking workman trying to come with the camera in my flat. And PDH Jones, the fucking... Okay, any contractor for a company, if you're being targeted, film them all the time. Sit in the fucking room and make someone comfortable. You fart or what? Do it. Okay. Film all the time. Don't let your kids wander near them or chat to them or do whatever. They are part of they're part of this targeting program. Okay, contractors. So gas servicing engineers. So PH Jones, they've shown it time and time before I moved back, time and time again, before I moved back to Derby, that they were. If they do something to fuck you up, they will do. Horrible. Okay. Paul Burgess. So anyway, I don't know what got into that. Paul Burgess. I'll just come out and say it. So that's that. Okay. After I've seen that thing with the family, they did say years ago that because he Paul Joseph has turned into a child, you know, he's raping little boys now, he's getting little boys or something, he's trying into a child molester. It's called because of you, because you wouldn't let him, and it's all because of you, and nobody goes near him, even women police officers, and even, I don't know if they will admit it for themselves, he hates females. The hatred he has for females is so apparent and so I was going to say impulsive. It's so apparent that even a female police officer asking questions, it rages him. Any female that shows any sign of being defiant, acts in a way that's above him or questions him, he's defiant. He hates. The hatred of women is palpable. That's where palpable. You can see it. Even men can see it. Okay, how he interacts with women. He either looks straight through, I've said this previously, or he's looking at your tits and your fanny. Gets eye contact and looks straight at your tits or your fanny. That's all. Or he looks straight through you like you're not there, and you know there's something off. I knew something off about this fucking creature before I knew he was stalking me. Okay, he's not a charismatic. They're not charismatic people. They couldn't go into a pub and just sit and have a pint. This is how fucked up these creatures are, that
Simon Foster and fucking councils, various council leaders are protecting. This is how fucked up he is. And because, and like I said previously, because he's proven himself to the Freemasons that he's a serial sex offender, he's done it all his life. That's how he lives. They will protect him. Same with shitheads, because she's proven herself to be a serial child molester. That's it. They're going to do anything at all possible to protect him, because that's what they want on earth. Somebody that shows such disdain to humanity that they will rape, sex, and they use sexual deviance to break a child, and knowing they're breaking a child or cracking, as they say, or a human being, or an adult, I should say. But somebody with that energetic frequency of being a beast, that's what they want. An informer, a fucking child molester, that's what they want on earth, to try to break and bring that frequency as much as earth as possible, while the inner frequencies of the creators are coming in, and more people are becoming more psychically linked, linking back to their own natural psychic abilities, and you're able to see people for what they are. You'd want to fucking beat the shit out of them. You're going to want to rip them the fucking apart. This is like me being, oh, it is love. I do go on a bit about, I love you, and I do. I generally, this part of it, and the paradoxical side of it is like, okay, these need to be they need to be dealt with now. Done. My higher self is not in for this shit. Yes, it is love, and it is, if you're human or connected to the creator, even if you're not, you're alright, you're good, you stay there, you do your thing, don't fuck with mine. Philosophy, are you good, you're happy, blah blah blah. That's how I want people to be. But it's another part of it, thinking that, yeah, they need to be done, man. Someone needs to deal with them now, and just now. They're not meant to be on fucking earth. And when my family confirmed again that they want shithead and that fucking blonde creature that touched up my grandkids off this earth as much as I do, when I say it's coming from my soul, but it's coming from the creators, believe me, it is. This is fucking serious. I know I go on about them being creativists, blah 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 blah. You've heard it, you've seen it, and I will do it again. I will say when my family appears, I will ask the same questions again regarding all UK police personnel. Do you want the fucking shithead and that creature who touched up my babies off the earth as much as I do? They are not part of humanity. The Freemasons, sex offenders, entities like that energy is not part of humanity. This is why the police force, no personnel, no social worker, no UK MP is ever connected. They've lost that connection. And I want the world to see this, and I want the world to literally keep up getting this video out, keep on sending to people, because there's no point going to your papers. And I say to my grandkids, they think, oh bless them, young and idealistic, that this is going to come out, or this, they're going to, yes, somebody's going to hit somebody famous, and they're going to, no, the papers are actively involved. I'll give you an example. When Prince Edward, is it Prince Edward? I fucking don't know which dirty bastards they are. So when the Queen died, and was looking at flowers, and there's two daughters was there, and they were looking at flowers that the public had laid down, and the press was all outside, and taking sort of snapshots of them and filming them, and sort of asking the questions about what was happening, and watching them, filming them, look at the flowers the public had left. And I want to say Prince Edward, I don't know what his fucking name is. He's already had on a nonce charge, you know what I mean? He's known to be a bit of a nonce. Ran his middle finger, the backside, in the crevice of his, ran his middle finger of the crevice of one of his fucking daughter right up there. So she's wearing a and he grabbed her ass and sort of got his middle finger right, and it's very sexual, and it's very, for the world to see, this is what's happening. And then reports afterwards to some people sort of say, I see nothing wrong with that. You will notice as well there's an increase in post of people writing either anti-race things, that they're all like anti-black or whatever, or anti-woman thing, and they trying to instill an agenda that everybody's thinking the same way. So on this post, there's loads of different posters about what he did. I can't tell you how many people agreed and say there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong. A father run up his finger in front of the world's press at the crease of his daughter's fucking arse, from a vagina up sort of that area up to right, and then up. And there's people sort of, yeah, I see nothing wrong with it. And when people are talking like this in the middle, like, yes, what do you want? A bit of foie gras, a bit of salmon,
I don't know how to fucking speak, the beast. They'll be like, oh, how did you know? I've got to smell for that. I don't know. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't say that. That's the people who are running us. This is them. This is their behaviour. So in front, and they occasionally get the one to act out like he did, just to test the waters. See, it's how many people. What's the response? What's people's automatic response? And they have equipment to do that. They can sort of like pick up on a story and see what's the energy of that story, of the people picking it up. What's people's reaction? Should we run this? What's this? They know the targeting program, papers, notes, all that. There's no point going to the papers. No point marching. There's no point petitioning. What's petitioning? I don't know what that is. Setting it off and says, we want to go into the government. Thousands of people have signed this petition. That's the one. Get there in the end. Do this. They're involved. They want this to happen. There's no point. What will happen is orders of people rising up, an order of people when the MP says you're not doing this and you're going now and you're fucking lying and you give them a cuff or whatever. I don't know. But like Sarah Chambers saying she's too scared to leave her house because she's had rape threats. That's a lie. She might be too scared to leave the house because people have threatened her because it's come out that she's sexually molested children and she's a Freemason and she's threatened single mothers. She targets single mothers because they're easy targets. They're quite a vulnerable group. She might have death threats for that. I can see that. I can see that. I don't think you should have death threats for saying to people, okay, it's time to take the flags down now. We'll give you a few days to take them down and that's it. I don't think you should have death threats for that. Which one do you think, people? That Sarah Chambers, a Freemason female that sexually abuses children, which one do you think is most likely that she's had the death threats from? You'll notice they will always try to bring sex into it, sexual deviant behaviour into their practices, into anything. They, being police, council, MPs, blah, 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 that's what they do. Okay, I'm trying to avoid this, I'm going to say it anyway. Okay, but this family, okay, this is going on and I can't be asked. Paul Burgess and this family, information's coming through what's happening with this family, and then with Paul Burgess, the fact that West Midlands Police, senior officers, Simon Foster is aware of this. Police officers have given Paul Burgess over the years 4 toddlers to sexually abuse and torture. Oh, I've said it now, it's not so bad, yeah. West Midlands Police officers, senior officers are aware of this. Derbyshire police officers are aware of this. Simon Foster is aware of this. I think I said previously, I would never say anything that can discredit what I'm saying, because all this seems fucking, I'm living it, and some things I say, God, they wouldn't believe me. They wouldn't believe, would you believe it? The UFOs? The UFOs, yes, I'm on that contactee. It is. Paul Burgess has been given toddlers. Paul Burgess, the man that stalked me as part of his stuff fantasy, that is a serial sex offender. They've said it themselves. I've said it years ago, and they say things that I say because they fucking run out of ideas to headfuck me. Has been given, and they didn't tell me about the 4 toddlers because something just clicked in that it's been given toddlers. Why has Paul Burgess been given toddlers? I don't know how I get information in, sort of like drips and drabs, and it's all clicked in because I don't go, like I say, with especially things to do with children, and with this family I had to sort of like feel the emotions of sometimes of most of the times of the people I'm clicking with, or energetically I'm linking with. So I was feeling the emotions of that child, and then the emotions of the family members, various family members, who's involved. So I don't know if that's why it came through, because it was. I shy away. I don't like to deal or think, because I do know it's, and I've had experience of it, so I know. I'm not saying this from clutching my pills. I know because it's happening. And what they can do, and the effect of being sexually molested or abused. Yeah, yeah. I'm looking at Hercules because I don't say, yeah. Paul Burgess has been given has been given toddlers 2 or 3 years old to sexually abuse and torture.
by senior police officers at the West Midlands Police, senior police officers at Derbyshire Police. Senior police officers know about this. The various police crime commissioners, like Simon Foster, knows about this. And just give him children. The Voldemort, this fucking hell. When I say to people, deal with your fucking informers, that's one part of it. Seriously, deal with them. And another part of it is sex offenders, man. They're going to be protected at all cost by the people who's supposed to govern the rest of us. They're going to be protected at all cost. To make him happy, or to what do they call it? Crack a child, they'll send them to somebody like Paul Burgess. This is happening. This is happening now. Okay? Most of that, I think I went off on one. 15 minutes. Yeah, that is it. Mainly, this video was to the family of that person, of the kids. And hopefully it has been blocked. Some of what's been happening has been blocked. Not just for the children of the family, but for the adults as well. And I know that you've wanted to see me. We'll speak again, sort of like through other means. The only way I can say to protect yourself, which is nonsense information, because you just fucking, this is the worst thing, and it's the most unbelievable things that somebody could go through. I've need to say, just relax, go through it, meditate. It's going to seem a load of bollocks. Or raise your vibration, dance, when, fucking hell, man. You wouldn't believe humans would behave like this, and you wouldn't believe that we live in a world with entities like this, posing as police officers, hiding behind the fact that they are police officers, hiding behind the fact that they're teachers, social workers, MPs. And I say they've always done this, and I've always known that they mock the public. There's a public face. That's why I don't know celebrities. There's a face they're putting for the public, and there's a face and there's deviant, deranged behaviour you could ever think of. Okay, so if anybody wants to know why the UK police officers are hated so much, and why none of them, anybody working within the police personnel, UK police, in any department, no matter what role it is, you will not return to your clan because of Freemasons have put something on you in the police force, interwoven. It's like racism in the police force, so interwoven, it's not even real. And this is where we're at. This is where we're at, UK. This is where the UK is at, world. This is where we're at. And it's taken fucking disabled middle-aged black woman, I know Winston has done his bit, he's done more. And we have done more for each other, supported each other. And you've got to think, how did I know he was sexually abusing Winston? How did I know that Chief Inspector Jay Mahabdi, the guy, the police officer that signalled me out, the reason why he signalled me out is because I made a complaint of hate crimes. Certain crimes they're going to attach themselves and are going to be given, the chief inspector of a police station of an area is going to be given to look at like sex offenders, hate crimes, blah blah blah, will give it, and they'll try to sort of do a quick recce on the people, on the victim. Are they vulnerable enough? Would they be easy targets? They thought I was an easy target. They gave me 6 days. I had a bet on 6 days, and I would crack. That was in December 2014. Looking at over 10 years later. And what I've learnt, fuck what they say, record everything, don't trust anyone. If you're being targeted, trust me, when you go to a doctor's, have your recording instruments, if a council worker comes round or the housing managers come round, record everything. Everybody that I have contact, any organisation that I have contact with is involved in my targeting, and they only fix and fucking themselves up because I've started recording, and so everything they do I record, and I'll name the doctors, surgeons involved and what's happening. I will name the fucking Royal Mail's enough company, swerve them, don't fucking fuck with them. Royal Mail, I will name the fucking threats. I will put the videos out there, and that's the only way. But I say to that family, there's two things. First, you've got to sort of like, this is happening. It's not going to stop.
You doing nothing is not going to stop them. They want to fucking ruin you, completely and utterly ruin you as human beings, and then control you. They won't stop. Even me doing this and me saying, giving you validation, this is what's been happening, so you can go in your area and your people, whatever, and say, okay, I told you, like she said, this is happening. The only people who are going to help you are people like yourselves. An MP, newspaper, is not going to help you. It's going to be ordinary people coming together. It's going to be ordinary people sticking up for each other. It's going to be ordinary people like me and Winston, how the energetic link was created, and me saying, right, fucking is molesting a boy with blonde hair and his hair's got waves and what he looks like, and trying to give us as much information as possible. And Winston clicking on and knowing this and being told what's happening, because like the UFOs and blah blah, and Hobday fucking saying it and blah blah, it's just this, it's blah blah, that's just that, it's just blah blah blah. And Winston hearing this and giving him the impetus to go in and try to make a report that he's being sexually abused by a police officer, and then blanking him. And they're refusing to take his statement. And I think on his post, on my post, which I can't see, I can see, I get no, like nothing. It'd be like fucking tumbleweed, man. Seriously, 10 years, tumbleweed. But I know, I've always known that people have engaged. I just know. Anyway, yeah, and him seeing my post and him sort of like giving him the impetus to go and say, you know, this is what's happening, and not being believed because of who Hobday is. Hobday. Chief Inspector Jamie Hobday is a child molester, and that picture I have on him, collecting an award for saving somebody who committed suicide. That's what this award was. The picture on my Twitter, X, what it's called now, post, and I put a picture of police officers and was given an award or something about saving a man that was suicidal. That's to mock. I want you to think how they think. So Chief Inspector Hobday, and Chief Inspector Hobday, who they print the police officers shown on them supposed to be Chief Inspector Jamie Hobday, that is not the Chief Inspector Jamie Hobday, the real Chief Inspector Jamie Hobday. And I've seen him, he's like a little weasel little fucker, and he'll giggle, he giggles away, and he likes to say it, I think twice. I know I can give you a description of what he looks like when he first started targeting me to what he looks like when I moved to Derby, because it's still involved. Little child molester midget is still involved in my targeting, in the beasting programme. He started to sexually assault. In fact, he has sexually assaulted his own son now, haven't you, Chief Inspector Jamie Hobday? And his son is such a gentle soul. I've said this previously. His son looked ill, and it's not ill. It's little for his age. Like, he's got the same body type as his father, the poor little fucker. Where it's small for his age. And he's a gentle soul. And he's literally cracked him. What they say is literally cracked him. His soul's drifted off. And these creatures that was targeted says, yeah, might have done it wisdom, but he has done it. Yeah, he's cracked him, and they laughed, and they were laughing when I was thinking about him. I was thinking, what's going on? And I was picking up information. He's cracked. He's gone, and they were laughing. The Creaturebeast. That Chief Inspector Jamie Hobday managed to, while sexually abusing his son, to crack him, to make his soul leave his body. And he's such a gentle soul, he'll never get that. But he'll never. There's some people that can handle, and I don't know why. Like I said, some people are blocked. Some children are protected and blocked, or most of what happened to them is blocked, or they don't see it as severe. They can get over it. They know it's traumatizing. They know what's happened to them is wrong, but they can get over it. And some children just can't. The experience is so traumatizing that just space out, and that's what's happening to Chief Inspector Hobday's son. Isn't it right, Chief Inspector Hobday? And you love it, and you've been telling all the little Creaturebeasts. I think it was about, when I first moved to Derby, so about 2 years, about a year ago, saying yes, cracked him. They love it. This is what this programme is all about. And for the family, yes, I want to get off now. And do you know the fucked up thing is, Winston is trying to protect his brother, his half brother. Where the fucking are the police officers? Where the fuck are you? One of your own. Or because he's a child molester, you're going to believe, oh, he's proven himself to be one of us. As a Freemason.
what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck? This is why it's just like, oh man. And do you know something else, police officers? Do you know if people start calling you creatures because you fucking are creatures? Because it shouldn't be up to a 16, 15-year-old to protecting his brother from going through what he's went through. You should be knocking that creature's fucking house door down and questioning him. And you know as well, I'm going off on what Winston's the sort of child that is eloquent in his speak, and is not over emotional, even though he will get emotional, but he was the sort of child that has great evidence for being sexually assaulted. He's sort of person as well, sort of child that will come and say, ring up over and say, yeah, this happened on this day because this was on the telly or this match was on, and I remember ciphering the time and the dates and blah blah blah. He's that sort of child that will do that because he wants him as fucking as much sent down as much as I do, as much as these fucking creatures. You should be knocking on his fucking door. And you know all this is happening. You know I am not making it up. How could I? And you've got to think as well, creatures. You've got to think, how do I know how the energy is transferred from one person who's a cunt, say he's the middle, the child molester, the racist child molester, sexual deviant, which is Chief Inspector Joe Hobday, so he's there. And me, Winston, being either side of him, being affected by his negative shit, how we could link up, how he's now my grandson, how we've each said he's doing this post now, and sort of responding to my post on what I said, that he was being sexually abused by Chief Inspector Joe Hobday, and how other people have commented on the post, and him confirming what I've said, what's happened to him as well. Okay, this is a long post for the family. I hope I'm not being bitted ever, because no, I am. I'm very hot. Yeah. So long and short of it, they will use, and the family will say things to people, even criminals that are into police hate the police anyway, but they won't believe it's happening. Criminals won't believe, okay, we hate them and they're bastards and abuse sort and blah 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 and they've done this and that, but they wouldn't believe, they wouldn't go this far. They wouldn't go, this is deranged, man. This is beyond fucking anything that you would think a human being could do. They are not human. Once you get that, they are not human beings, got entities on the soul, and this is a program they want underway. They've got this family, they've talked to them, nobody's coming near them because they believe the guy killed the child, obviously, but what they are saying about what's happening to them, and they're going to people, and I think they're going to people that are a part of the criminal world or part of their world, I don't know. But they're going to people saying that this is happening, we need your help, and nobody's helping them because they can't believe police would do this. Trust me when I say, trust me on this, the police, they've done more that I don't even want to go into what they've done, the specifics. I don't even want to go fucking into, when I say they have done, since hopefully it's been blocked, sexual abusing the children in that family. If they've done it to that family, they've done it to more families as well. So because that family's out, and I don't know why I got information on that family. I don't know if it's because of Tommy and what situation of the little girl. I don't know why that family, all of a sudden I'm getting information regarding that family. And I say to that family, it's no point me telling you to right now to sort of like breathe and calm down and to meditate and you're fine, get your energies up. There's no point me saying that. I want you to get fucking angry. I want you to get fucking pissed. I want you to be, that's great. If that, or rather you be doing that than to be in victim mode. I want you to be fucking pissed, but controlled pissed. Don't go around shooting people and shit like that. No pun intended there, but don't go around doing fucking random fucking fuckery. Don't do anything like that, but get angry in what is happening to you. That's it. That's what I want to say to you now. And for anybody that's being targeted, get fucking angry in what's happening to you and start. You're not meant to. The way being Winston, called Clinton Winston, because we are very similar. So when and it was 5 years old, man, 5 or 6. I didn't know how old he was. And seeing what's happening and knowing, picked up on what he was feeling, and he was indignant. He was sort of like, this shouldn't be happening, and it was fucking all around him. His people, what people? Fucking meant to be respectable members of the community, respectable members of society. These are the very best of the best. Where are they? Where is people? Where's this fucking dad? Oh, he's a police officer as well. Oh yeah, Just said, rape my son anytime you want. Yeah, you do what you fucking want to do with him. Yeah, fine. As long as he takes one of us. His defiance and the way he was, his energy, that's what linked me onto him. I knew that he was a fighter. And I knew we are very similar in characters. And I knew that he would be okay. He came into the world with his autonomy. He's not having this. And that's just what everybody's got to start thinking. If you're being targeted, you've got to get into that fucking mindset of not having, forget victim mentality. We haven't got time to be victim mentality. We haven't got the space. We could do that when we fucking return home. Right now, you got to get in fight mode, and I mean fight mode. And when I said you play the game of shits, giggles, death, you play the fucking game of shit, giggles, death. All pretend though. It's all fucking pretend, you know. It's all pretend. You play the fucking game. Because they will take you down. They want to destroy you. They want to control you. And what I mean by controlling every fucking little thing, the way you breathe, the way you talk. If you walk a different way, they'll change the way you walk. All these fucking guys that try to be, I don't know what they're fucking trying to do. I see the demon, mate. You fuck off, dirty bastard. Look, I touch you. Ugh. They'll think the fucking studs, but yeah, and they'll all walk the same, they'll talk the same, they'll look the same, they are fucking being Joan the Freemason, the same signology they gave it, and they're thinking, do you fucking not know? Do you not get it? There's a reason why you've got to walk the same, you've got to talk the same, you've got to use the same terminology. I'm part of the system now, I'm part of the system. Anyway, it's been 2 hours, 10 minutes. God, I went on for years before, didn't I? Fucking forever. I didn't want to do this. To make this a video, a 1 week video, just 1 week video, but I've been very angry of late to all this. It's really fucked my head up. I didn't think to be a next level of debauchery, one for a better word, of fucking deranged fucking madness of these creatures. If you are being targeted, it's not going to stop. You need to fight back. Seriously, you need to fight back. And yes, we are victims, but don't have that role. Never step into that role. You fucking fight. I don't give a fuck who you're talking to, whether it's a doctor, whether it's a police officer. And in certain situations, I couldn't get out of the situation, being fucking arrested for malicious communications. You cheeky bastards. I couldn't get out of that. So the way my energy reacted, the way I responded so, but it was very defiant. Very fucking defiant. You got to have that. Some situations you just got to ride it through. And if they fucking beat you in the cell, they beat you in the cell. You just got to fucking just take it, curl up in the ball and fucking take the beating. They are not going to stop. And they will control every aspect of your life if you don't stop. And not only that, you will have a demon. We are more than what we are. We are energetic beings in a body. When I used to hear it and looking for fucking anybody that wasn't fucking lying, spiritualist groups on the internet, trying to look at anybody that had the same level of contact I had with my family, and that's what you hear. We're all energetic beings, and it's so true. We are all energy, and I'd rather you feel that energy in you, a rise of hate and of anger, what's happening to you, than of being in victim mode. Don't go into victim mode. If you are in victim mode, snap out of it. And there's going to be times, like I said to my grandbabies, and I just I don't want to be fucked with this. And even though they all keep on and on and on, so I don't want to be writing. I don't want to put a post about what they've fucking said and what they've done, and put this post up and that post up. I just want to be fucking eat fucking snacks and watch fucking Netflix and chat to Wayne and just generally have fucking take the piss out of each other or life. I don't want to think about it. And there's times where you've got to do that. There's times you've got to sort of like switch off, even though you can still hear them, they're still head fucking you, and you're still doing this and that, but you're switching off. You're not going on the internet, you're not documenting what they are doing. I've noticed though, when I started to document it, when I started to fight back, and this is why I continue to do it, the targeting, because when energy rises, you link. When you do that, you link yourself with the creators. Your energy rises, and the ferocity. So the word right exchange of it will ease. Not they will be attacking you more, but because your energy is rising, you're fighting back. It's going to be like now as I'm talking. When I say you fight them back and you don't have, it's rising because I can hear them, little bastards. I don't know what.
Fight back. Don't be a victim. Don't be a victim. We haven't got time to be a victim. If you want to live as an autonomous being as much as possible, even though they watch you in the fucking bathroom, even though they watch you when you're sleeping and eating, and they'll comment, and everything they do, they are fucking there. But if you can blank them out, and you don't want to be one of them. Seriously, when I said they have entities on their soul, they really do. It is a thing. It is happening. Except toys and shit. Okay, that's what I say to the family and everybody else who's been targeted. You need to fight back, get out of the victim reign, and fighting back as simply is just ignoring them. Okay, and I'm quite don't fuck with me kind of person. I'm trying to think of the words, but I can't be asked. Don't fuck with me. And I know that the way I look and the way I am throws people. Even the fact, but it's up to them. I can't change how somebody perceives me. They don't know I wasn't such an easy target, did you? No, you never. And this is how fucked up they are. All their planning, all their research on a person. They didn't know I did straight talk. They didn't know I worked as a rape crisis counsellor. Of all their fuckery and thinking, what this and then we got that and then blah 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 blah. They didn't know all the intelligence. What they say, that's what they call it. Intelligence gathering. Could be the fucking somebody on the phone. And dodgy Boston. Yeah, that over there. I've stayed in the pub. Gonna do some shit. I don't know what to do. Intelligence gathering. I couldn't work out. How stupid are they? Generally, how fucking stupid are these creatures? And the intelligence gathering. Somebody that set up a group organisation. It's only me. I went around youth clubs and churches. I was very good. And I did that because I was passionate about it, because I know males were affected just as much as females, and because at the time Double Rape Crisis didn't accept any male that called, didn't accept men as counsellors or anything, or if they called into office, and that's why I set that straight talk up. Don't hate men. I don't think all men are potential rapists. And I know, and that's right, because I know men aren't, in general, aren't what they appear in the newspapers, in the media. There are some men that are really emotionally intelligent, even though they're working class or they're underclass. In fact, they're more, I found in my life, more men from a working class and underclass background are more emotionally intelligent and more socially aware than these people that went to fucking university and have got everything's been told to them, how to think, how to be. Seriously. That's why I'm attracted to that working class, underclass guys. Jobs I've had, the middle class, they're fucking awful. They really fucking are. They really, really are. Racist as fuck as well, but we'll talk about that another time. Or maybe I'll just forget it. But yeah, and I'm really proud. That's what I keep saying. I'm proud of my working class underlings. What's those leanings? I don't know. Let's say 7 out of anyway. Forgot what I said. That's 7 different classes, different social classes now in the UK. They want all IDs now, don't they? It's all to have IDs. How marvellous for us. How absolutely marvellous. But you sit on your fucking arse, human beings, are just saying this. And you say, what can we do? Why don't you email the MP and keep on emailing the MP? And if you don't get the response that you want, say that they're lying, or I don't know what you can do. I know what's in my mind. Yes, I'm going to continually play, the Gilbert shits and death game in my head, of course. For the family as well. Once you get and tap in, it's that road that shouldn't happen with you when you talk to your people. Messages will come through to me, okay? See what this means for people. For now, folks, I think I went on. Oh yeah, why did I write Cullink and end? Why did I write that? I know why. So as I talk to my family, still talk to me, they're not sort of visible. I asked about a question I'm going to pose, but it's through Steve, but sort of asked about humanity. Okay. With this going off and what's going on in the world, will humanity prevail? Yes, it will. I don't know if the UK will. Like I said, I don't know if the UK will, because we're so fucked up, aren't you? Yes, you will march like bastards because you think a asylum seeker has touched up a 40-year-old girl, but fuck me, man. What are you going to do with the police officers, senior police officers and MPs have been raping kids on a fucking regular and are still raping kids, and what are you going to do? Are you going to march?
Are you gonna march? Oh yeah, I'll wait. I'll just wait here, see what you fuckers do. Yeah, with the evidence, and you can hear themselves. Yeah, if you really protect our kids, let's see what you fuckers do. Anyway, yes. So I speak to my family, and the world will, humanity will prevail. Okay, and I'm saying to my family, and I think, as I say, I don't think the UK will. I think we're too fucking thick. I think we've got too many people that depend and like, and they are thinking of. We've been sort of like, some of us, most of us, most of the UK have been led to think in a certain way. If your favourite actor, if the people you hang around with, asylum seekers out, asylum seekers out, and blah blah blah. For you to change your thinking, your mindset, it's going to be difficult. So fuck you. You do you. Um, but I am concentrating, and that's why I sort of connected Winston, and sort of linked him with my family to human beings, and human beings that are not cowards, human beings that feel the fear, that go through anyway because they've got no choice. You got to do it anyway. This is not a thing where you, okay, we'll march because of the asylum seekers, because they're being, child molesters. We won't march for MPs or council leaders being child molesters because what? Because they're white. Is that it? Just say it. You racist. Are you not marching because they're white? I am showing you, I've told you, my family has even said we want certain people, that fucking creatures in the van, off this planet. Are you not doing it because she's white? Is it because she raped my grandchildren who are Pakistani and Jamaican heritage? Is that it? What about Winston? What's anybody's come back from Winston who's blonde hair, blue eyed? What about Hobday's real son who is just fucking broke? Anyone? Anyone? Okay, for the humans, who are equally disgusted as I am, I do believe, and I've been told, that a culling will take place. I'm going to describe briefly what a culling is. Up and down the fucking UK, various people that have been affected by these creatures, one way or the other, will just snap. It's already happened. I don't know if any deaths has occurred. How many deaths have occurred? A death has occurred. A death has occurred. Well done. But whoever snapped, someone has been targeted, or somebody in their family, or whoever's been targeted, they will. So if they've been to the doctors, if they've reported it, tried to report they've been targeted, and they've gone to the police, the doctors, the council, whatever, all their information will be fucked up or wiped. So whatever they've said regarding this person targeting that person, and if they've provided evidence, everything will be wiped. So it'll just seem like a deranged moron suddenly attacked an MP, or suddenly killed an MP, or suddenly killed a police officer. It'll be something like that. It won't. The true nature of why a person acted the way they did will never come out. Okay, they will be culling, and the cullings where police officers, social workers, MPs, local authority employees, Royal Mail employees now. Now I've named you all as fucking undercover police officers, especially the one that wanted to shoot me as a child molester, and the one before that, Nigel, for 10 years straight up, and he's still around there. Ugly fucker, rancid cunt. That's what I call her, rancid cunt. I don't know where. I think it's Pump Up, but we won't go into that. Yeah. So yeah, Royal Mail, undercover police officer. That's that's fucking about in my parcels and things like that. And Vogue, what's it? Vape sourcing. You fuckers, you wait till I put your shit online tomorrow. You fucking wait. Yeah. Out them. Okay, so people like that, organisations like that, out them. People, I've been told that up and down the country, literally from fucking Edinburgh to London to Cardiff, Liverpool, Nottingham, Derby, Northern Ireland, there'll be police officers, MPs that will be murdered by people that have been targeted, and their information, the fact that they've been targeted, will be covered up. This will happen on the quiet, so it'll be unrelated, and it will be unrelated. It won't be sort of like people joining up or linking up or writing on the internet, we're going to get this guy, we're going to get this piece, we're going to get this, we're going to get that. It won't be none of that. Don't put anything like that online, not even fucking in typing to a friend. Don't put anything like that online about attacking anybody. Police officers, MPs, never put anything like that. Because you can say, my soul wants this fucker to be called. That's all right, but don't put anything write it online, okay? Because they will get anything to use against you.
just as a byword word for that. Yeah, so it's going to happen. And as the years go by, and it is years, and this is what I mean, people, it's not going to be quick. It's not, because they don't want this to getting out, so it won't get out. It will never get out. More people, so it'll be police officers in Edinburgh, social worker in Scotland, an MP in Derby, another MP in Nottingham, an MP in Dudley. It'll be instance, and it will increase. Another police officer in Wales, another police officer in Derby. I don't know what I'm thinking, Derby. Another police officer in West Midlands Force there. Another police officer in Birmingham. There'll be police officers, be individuals and companies involved in the targeting programme, that their members, people working in the organisation, will be killed. And it will do with the beasting programme, the targeting programme. It will never come out, so it'll be individual. They will actually link it, but they'll never tell the public, because there's too many, and it's so random. Apparently, random attacks, even though they were all linked to people that have been targeted in some way, one way or the other. As the years go by, the culling, as I call it, because it needs to happen, will increase. So the culling is where, in my case, have you heard, folks, that individual police officers that are involved in my case have suddenly died unexpectedly in mysterious manners? Yeah, it's not unexpectedly, is it, the Chief Inspector Hodley? It was told it was going to happen. In fact, the intensity and the amount was going to increase when my family says I could play now. I should have said my family says I could come and fuck you up, but doesn't matter now. Doesn't matter now. We're here. We're here. Yeah, and the intensity of that, the culling. So that's why I call it culling. Will happen, and that will go on for decades after decades after decades. And as the years go by and as decades go by, when more people get to know and more people are affected by being targeted, that's when police officers will be killed up and down the country, up and down the world. Social workers will be killed, housing managers, blah blah blah, up and down the world. And it will only stop when they too are scared to do anything, when they're too scared as organisations to target anybody, because they don't know who they are linked with and what they are going to do. So that's the only reason it will be happening. It won't be because all the police officers say, no, we've had enough of this program. It won't be because of MPs again. No, that's terrible. Look, we can't control people. I don't want to know what people look like. I don't want to see people fucking shitting and having a piss on the toilet. I don't want that. No, it won't be to do with any of the MPs. It won't be to do to any of the papers. It won't be to do to any of the activists or anything like that. Because the culling is underway. Individual people are just like, I've had enough. I'm done in this. And the killing, either the social worker, the police officer, blah blah blah, and their history, what they've said about the targeting programme, will all be wiped, and they'll just be termed as a fucking nutter. It will happen, police officers. It will happen, Royal Mail employees. It will happen, social workers. It will happen, housing managers. This is going to happen. And if I don't give a shit if you think you work in this organisation, you think I'm an innocent. The fact that you're in this organisation, you're wearing the badge, you share the same energy, you're fair game. And I can't wait for it to happen personally. Seriously, I can't fucking wait. I too old for that. I'll just sit in my head. Giggle, shits and death game. But I can't wait to the physical and ramifications of this, and people that have been targeted start taking action. And this is the only action. People can say marches, no point fucking marches, no point going to MPs, no point fucking getting petitions on the way, there's no fucking point. Everybody knows I've got hidden cameras in my flat. You think this time next week when I come on camera, they're going to still be here? You've heard that fucking Chief Inspector Derby, the audacious nigger that she could head fuck me while I'm head fucking her and blah blah blah. And they're going to lie. And now they wanted the social workers to come in and say, we've only just found out about you going through. Ooh. And then nobody can come to me now. You're going to come to me straight or not at all. Oh, you know what I can do? Yeah. And I do actually mean it, because I really do soul level hate. I'm not just saying it for the cameras. I'm not saying it to fucking my followers, my 4 followers. You're all right. I'm not saying that I really do fucking hate you. When I see you creatures, when I hear you, fucking hell. Now I get it. Now I get why the youths dislike the police so much. And they haven't got an idea why I are. It takes to a next fucking level, man. Next fucking level of hatred. And why I don't like MPs or social work. I've never had a social work. Well, I've had social work. I don't like them. Been in care. Loads of things.
Yeah, but I don't give a shit. I want this culling to happen. I want the people of the UK to rise up. If you really cared, racist, about fucking child molesters, you'd fucking rise up. But you don't give a shit, Jay, because you're controlled. And this is what I mean, at the level of, yes, humanity will prevail, but I don't know if the UK will. And they want a tipping point where there's more creature beast in the UK, more creature beast targeting people just for the kick of it so they can control them. And that's what it is, all to do with control. To control how you eat, how you speak, how you walk, how you talk, how you dress. Everything about them is about control, and it's given some fragile little ego, racist, child molesting cunt a bit of authority over another human being, over another living being. This nothing of a fucking entity. Control. And the live and feed off the most basic human emotion, which is sex and food and drugs and blood, and just the basic, just the very one level, ego based actions. They're full of shit otherwise. I think I've done enough. I think I've said enough. I think I've done enough. I don't think it's like a fade. It's that they will be called. You will be all called. So the police officers in my case, they say it's 35, that since the 10 years that I've been involved in my targeting, involved in my case, have died. It's not 35, it's fucking a lot more. Plus another one a couple of days ago. Yay. I really do get pleased. You think I'm fucking doing this for the camera. You ask them. I get well pleased. Thank you, family. Because I know what these creatures are. I know what they fucking are. One less beast in this fucking world literally makes it a better place. Seriously, one less fucking creature in this world makes this world a better place. We haven't got their energy in this world or their demonic entities that's on there fucking with anybody they interact with. They say it's 30, well, it's 36 now, isn't it? And you're lying again. See how you fucking lie? And always like it's more than 36 police officer, police personnel, because they don't include the creature beast, ordinary creature beast that they've managed to sort of recruit into this program. And they're not doing this. My family, or unexpectedly, all of a sudden, the amount of deaths, it's been surreal because of who I am. I don't know. It might be, but it's doing me because I'm fighting back. And they're not meant to be on this planet. I keep fucking saying this. So I'll go yellow, so I'll go even more yellow. Bit of a green shade sometimes for my meal. Not saying this to fucking, I don't know, young people, druggers, I don't fucking know. But I'm saying it, you know, they are hated. They are hated. And only last year were they told that there is a God, there is a creator, there are beings that are love-based. And there was only till last year they were told that there are beings that are not just demons on this earth. They know about the demons on because they still them, then bring them in, they fucking have energetic prayers or whatever to bring demons on the soul. When they recruit someone, that's what they do. Put a demon on the soul, but get them to say something or doing something to get into their energetic field. That's all it takes. And COVID, I think there's more to know, but anyway, I'm going on a bit. Anyway, that was the short one. This is one of my short videos. For fucking years, don't they? Okay, folks. It's gone on too long. I've not read, like I say, my post, but I know through various sources that people are commenting on my post. Thank you very much. I can't respond because I don't fucking get any posts or notifications or anything, and nobody sees anybody I post. Nobody watches them. My viewing figures are 0. And anybody else that are part of this program, take time. If you just take time to. There's times when you work focused and you're really focused on this, and there's times when you just got to chill out and ignore them as best you can, and just live. So the family, this post was meant to be for you mainly, for your family. If you do want to talk, you want to meet. If you want to meet, I'm prepared to meet you. But I've said anything that I can say. I don't know what more I can say when we meet, but we don't know. We'll see what happens. But for now, folks, and the culling, for anybody else that's been targeted, we'll end on a positive. The culling will happen. This program will go on for decades, for years. Okay? They're not going to stop this. you getting your things out there, going on the internet, blah blah blah. Still do it, still, because you just fucks them up, and I like it. Fucks them up and just irritates them, and I like, do it. Get your truth, get your life, get what's happening to you out there. But it's not going to make any difference if a paper picks it up. The paper will say to you, okay, don't include that. The biggest part of this is child sexual abuse, and they're going to say to you, don't include that. Don't name the Freemasons. Don't name senior police officers. Don't. Can you imagine? The papers want to deal, and a reporter wanted to pick up on that. There's no reporters. I used to. I'm going for. I used to read a paper as an independent paper, okay, that's not linked to the main papers, and then independent reporters on it that used to send in stories to write stories. And they had a post about working class men and middle class men, and the middle classes and their different reactions to race and racism, and what's been reported in the press, and what actual does happen, what people really do feel. And it showed in this article that this reporter was saying that had found that people in working class areas, because they've had sort of first experience of people, main people from Eastern Europeans, and sort of like the various cultures that come into their environment, their community, that they're less racist than the middle classes. And the middle classes will use the fact of like the resources, so they'll read the papers, just the resources and the schools and the blah blah blah, and they don't see themselves, their reaction as racist. They see it as gathering information, and they're basing their opinion on black people, on brown people, on Eastern Europeans, on the asylum seekers, on fact, on factual evidence. And their response to these people, whatever, okay, is based on factual evidence and research. So they're not being racist because the research backs it out. If you go to these communities, you'll see it, and the communities are deliberately run down by local councils. So the local community will blame asylum seekers, and the fundings won't be there for the schools, after school playgroups, and it's all being put into place. Anyway, I tried to send this article into my Facebook groups. Most of my Facebook group are going on. It's sort of like people I went to school with, blah blah blah. Okay, or people are friends went to school with, and they're that kind of working class. Some of them have got nice houses, and middle class have moved up. Some of them are still in council houses, whatever. There's a mixed bag. Okay. I couldn't post that fucking article for love of life of me. Seriously, and it was a positive post, you think, on the working classes, and working class men especially said they have the social intelligence, they are aware of what's happening, they don't just sort of feed into what the media is saying. If you look at the fucking papers, what's been going on, they're the more ones, we're not talking about them. Sort of like the ordinary sitting back and going, what's this? And reading the papers and studying it, and this guy was saying from his research, and they can eloquently, but I can fucking say it, put in their own views that they don't blame immigrants, they work with people that are immigrants, and they can see that the fundings are being taken away from the local area, making people more or likely to blame the new incomers and the influx, and they haven't got the resources, and they can see it. And this article was saying, and then it's the working class that would be less racist, believe or not, set we get fucking marches where they're set up. I don't believe you say fucking stupid, but they are anyway. Set up for these marches, and it's the middle class, and plus, especially with the jobs they have and professions they have, they can affect black people, Eastern European people, whatever, more because of their roles. I couldn't send it for the fucking life of me, this article. And it was a positive article about working class men, various men that read the Guardian. I used to read the Guardian, but men that are sort of like, I've got to do the best. But you know what I mean? Sort of like middle class white males, and we're saying, that the middle classes are more sensible in their racism, and it's not true, and that it's opposite ends of the scale. It's the working class people that have sort of like live in these communities, and they have the social skills to read and analyse information that they're receiving more so than the middle classes. Fucking send it. It wouldn't let me resend this article, and that was years ago. That was about 10 years ago, 8 years ago, I don't know. And it was a really positive article. I wanted to send it to people because I've been to school sort of leads, and they were sort of back up what I was thinking and what I've seen in my working environments, that it is the middle classes that would be more racist, more stuck in their ideology of racism, and they will use data, they will bring up theories, they will hypothesize about this is the reason, and it's all to do with immigrants, and I've seen this, and they will sort of link in, and they are not a racist, they don't see themselves as a racist as the ones shouted on the streets with the badges. but they are more racist because they have more power in their. As a doctor, you'll be a racist, like in my case. Stop me getting medications. That's to do with the targeting, but to stop me getting medication, to stop the services, stop people receiving the help and the care that they need, and that's more bearing, and they have more influence than the working class, and they're more racist, but they hide their racism under using facts. And this is the article I've got, I've read in the Guardian, and blah blah blah. Look at that. I'm not racist. I'm saying this, yes, but I can understand their viewpoint. But you know, and this is what they use. And the positive article about even working class men, not even race, just working class men, and how they are better analysing and knowing social nuances, what's going on in place. I know it's all some of them, it's a fit up back. I mean, asylum seekers and immigrants being blamed for things, and resources, and they can see the resources in the area being, you know, sort of like decreased to the specific area. Anything positive to do with working class men, ordinary men. And that's what I've experienced in my life. Like I say, when I set up Straight Talk, the first guy, the father, he sounded like an ordinary working class. I don't know, working class men sound like. I don't know. Fucking a mouth. I don't know what fucking sound like, but he sounded like an ordinary working class male. And the second one was too fucking young. It sounded like a child, a teenager. He was a teenager. As talk about Derby Rate Crisis, the Freemasons gave Derby Rate Crisis a fundraising. I'll go in a minute. Don't worry, I'll be off in a minute. I was going to say this. The Freemasons, when I moved to Derby, I sort of read the paper, and even after I moved to Derby, I still sort of online, the local paper. And the Freemasons, it was a report that Freemasons in Derby had given Derby Rate Crisis £50 a fundraiser that was raised for the group, Derby Rate Crisis. Okay. I am a believer of counselling and talking things out. That's my job. It was my job, but that's the way that's what I am. I would urge people to be very, very careful if you're going to any counselling service and what that organisation is linked to. Derby Rate Crisis, I'm not just saying that because I picked up on it, so said it, is linked to Derby Freemasons. When I say that these creatures are deprived, if I told you they had listening devices, so clients will come in and during their counselling session will say whatever, they have listening devices in their room, so whoever get a wank over it, you know, like fucking, I can't believe she's not cracked up yet, ripped it, there's cock in his hand, that one, something like that, will get a kick out of listening to victims that have been sexually abused or raped going in to an organisation, a counsellor. You're pouring your fucking soul out to these, and for a Freemason or whoever is part of this program to be listening and get off on it and copy or mimic. I am a big believer in payment. I was going to say a word then. Fuck it. In counselling, in that I do believe people need someone at times to talk to. If they've got no friends or family needs an organisation. Especially to rape or sexual abuse, you don't want to sort of affect your family being affected by it. But I would advise people not to, and be very wary, especially if you are being targeted, to go to a counselling service. I went to victim support and they fucking headfucked me and gaslighted me so much. And this is victim support, that's to do when I was being targeted. I went to do with targeted and what I can do and blah blah blah. And it was complete head fucking. I knew there was head fucking me, so I don't think, oh, but they will gaslight you. And the woman, I don't know if she's the manager now of Derby Rate Crisis, she's a creature beast. Yeah, aren't you, dear? Yes, you are. Okay, and I've told you about other organisations I've been to. That's supposed to help victims of various things. That's got big names like Southall Sisters. They're a part. The Lord have put people in these organisations, and I want you to get just how insidious these creatures are, and will put people into these organisations that go to help people or to give people advice, just to headfuck them or just to learn or to mock what's going on, and they control what's being told. Like in charities, food banks. I bet you can ask someone that's been targeted if they've been affected, have gone to a charity and the charity told them they can't help them. There's a food bank person I know that went to, well,
in the area. Didn't go to school that per se. And she was a creature beast. But she's going to be praised for running the food bank and giving people, and doing this and that. Be careful who you give your attention to. And just because somebody or an organisation claims to be this way or that way, times we're not dealing with humans, man. And they will go, the police, councils, MPs, will go to them organisations first. Like I say, an activist has never approached me and says, we've got this, we can help you. I've got all this information, all this fucking info, evidence regarding the police and the council. I've got all this. Where are they? Where are the activists? Because they know that I can see right fucking through them, and I will out you, won't you? You know that. Where are they? And this will tell you. And no matter where they are in the UK, if any activists, any race activists, women's health, sexual, I don't know what to call it, sexual health or sexual stalking or anything to do with the issues that they can pin, so fucking many, isn't they? They can pin none of them. Because they're all involved, not all. The ones I say, the ones I've approached are involved. And they know, like Desmond Judge, yeah. And the ones that I've gone to couldn't help me are now creature beast. They've been set up as child molesters. The police have set them up as child activists. It was an activist, and you'll know who it is in Birmingham. Black activist for 30, 40 years as a black activist, as a black fighting for people's rights and blah blah blah. And people, especially people do with the police and police custody and blah blah blah. It was set up as a child molester. So they fucking set up this information, set him up as a child molester. It wasn't a child molester. It's not a child molester. Went to prison, done his time. It's disgraced. He can't. Somebody that had a name in that area, in Birmingham, had a name for himself and is known for the work he's done over 30, 40 years. That's all gone. He was set up as a child. The community fucking turned their backs on him, and now he's a creature beast. The latter end of his life, when he could have been linked with his clan, linked with the clan and gone home. I don't know when he's going to die. He's an old fucking man in his 70s now. Now he's a creature beast. These fuckers are fuckers. Okay, I'm going now. I'm going now. For that family and anybody else was being targeted, get out of victim mode. I have moments where I go, oh, woe is me. And I literally say woe is me because it is fucking woe is me, but it's usually smelt and I'm fucking wobbling about. But get out of victim mode. They like you in victim mode. It feeds them. Get out of it. Be angry. This shouldn't be happening to you. It shouldn't happen to any of us. For these fucking and they're subhuman. They're not human. There's a reason why, and I'll keep fucking going on about this. The creators will never, no police officer, no police personnel in the UK for the last 40 years and continuing until there's that energetic shift, the consciousness shift is happening. New World Order, call it what you fucking want, consciousness shift, awakening, Kundalini rising, whatever you want to call it, this is happening now, okay? Unless there's that shift is underway and people change how they feel and they link with their family, their clan, whatever they call it, that will happen. But for now, every police officer, every police personnel, every social worker, every UK MP, every UK local authority employees, dependent on their role, Royal Mail, you've got yourself into it now, aren't you? Yeah. Royal Mail employee, they will not return to their clan. And there's a reason why the creators dislike you intensely. If you around the world just think, these are the creators. This is God, whatever word you've got for it. These are the creators that hate the police, the UK police, so much. And believe everything I'm telling you is the truth. Regarding this family, just this one family. And what they've done to this family. And not just this family. 3 families are affected by corrupt, deviant, subhuman police officers. 3 families have been affected by the practices of police officers in Liverpool. They're not doing anything for the community of Liverpool. They're doing everything for themselves. They had the child's killer. He was prepared to give himself up, but they never. You've got to think why. Why did Liverpool police do that? Made a fucking programme about it. Why did they do that? When they had the killer, they knew that when the programme was being made and the research and blah, 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 who it was. He gave himself in, or tried to give himself in, and got kicking for it. You got to think, and why is Tommy's family brought in? Why? He had nothing to why. Okay, Tommy's got quite a high journey like me, but I don't know if it's because they read his energy. I don't know what Tommy's family is like. There's a reason why they did it. They picked him out. And the worst of it, you got to think what they did to the family of the little girl. They would have looked her in the eyes and said this, that, and the other for fucking months, man. For fucking years, even years afterwards. Knowing that they're lying to her. They should have looked them in the eyes, grieving, and they've known that they're going to fucking lie to her. The very same police officers are the ones that are sexually abusing the children. The very same ones. And I've just, every time I say something, I want people to verify that when I get a yes, my family confirms something, like an electrical current runs through my body. Sort of. It's difficult to explain. So even when I'm not asking for validation, they're still sort of confirming what I'm saying is yes, what I'm saying is true. And I will ask, when my family are visible, I will ask, if that's the case, did the police officers know at the time, sort of within days, and it was literally within days of the girl being killed, did they know the identity of the killer? And are they, said police officers, targeting the killer now, or raping the children in that family, or raping everybody in that family, or targeting and beasting against the people in that family? And it's only because you've got contacts in that world, I don't know, don't really want to know, that I could say yeah, because that's what it's going to take. You going to the police, so fucking, there's no point. You going to the police system, we all know that. I'm going now. It's 3 hours. It's been long enough. Get out of victim mode. Start recording things, people, if you are targeted. Get it out there. They will increase their targeting when you're doing something, but continue anyway. That's when your energetic frequency will go, because there's something, we are, as human beings, we don't know how powerful we are, and give our power so fucking easily to these fucking creatures. Start recording. Start getting the word out. Don't expect anybody to come and save you. It's going to be fucking ordinary people that's got your back, not organisations or institutions that are meant to have your back. It's going to be ordinary people. I'm going now. For now, folks, next week, I like to say it's going to be a lighter subject, but it's all to do with fucking bestiality. This fucking, okay, not officially, oh God, I'm not even gone into that part of it. I was going to say be less emotive. But it's all to do with, that's this programme, it's all to do with child molestation, women, fucking sexual deviance, rape of women, fucking racism, just the varied dregs of society. That's what this programme's based on. So it's me saying, let's see, it might be a bit lighter in tone. I want to talk about how they fuck your family up. This is a hard one. And I just hope the family, and I'm glad I've done it now instead of in the week, because I've been swearing like a fucker, like a bitch possessed. Yeah, so the family, if you want to meet, I don't know what I can say to you or do to give you any more information. I hope that the blocks, that your sort of the block or request to block anything that's happened to them is holding up, and the blocks on yourself as well. I hope you get some peace, and hope people in your area start believing you, and your people you associate with start believing you and start taking some action, because it is happening. As fucked up as it seems, what he is saying to you, what that family is saying to whoever in that community, is happening. And they're gonna like the fact that it's so fucking deranged, so fucking monstrous, that you wouldn't believe them. You're gonna think they're fucking with you. You're gonna think they're saying it just to get back at them, but they're not. It's happening. What's happening to them, it's happening. Believe them. Whatever they say to you, believe. It's gonna seem, some things are gonna say to you, that's not possible. That's not possible. Trust me. Trust me. You'd be amazed what these creatures will do. For now, folks. Bye.